You my honey, my sweetie pity.
My life can never be complete without you, my queen. Don't listen to them, 'cause I want no trouble.
My baby, my coconut, you my honey, my sweetie pity.
I love you when I don't wanna lose you, my queen. I love you so much, I want no trouble.
You're my king, I'm your queen. You be mine, I am yours forever, forever, baby.
Beaming from Lane Street to your radio. This is OKFM 99.5.
Malaika, nakupenda malaika. Malaika, nakupenda malaika. Ingekuwa mama wewe, ingekuwa matata. Nashindana nani sina wewe. Ingekuwa malaika, nashindwa na nani sina wewe. Ingekuwa malaika, pesa sasungua roho yangu, pesa sasungua roho yangu. Nashindwa na nani sina wewe. Ingekuwa malaika. Amio, jikawanyasama. Wamona tumbera, nanatondiwa. Amio, jikawanyasama.
And I returned and saw under the sun that a race is not to the swift, nor a battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happeneth to them all. Ecclesiastes 9 verse 11. And I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happeneth to them all. And that's the King James Version. So we want to say good morning to you. Welcome to the OK Morning Watch, wherever you are this morning, however you're following us, by means of radio or through our live Facebook page. We want to say good morning and welcome. I hope you are all doing well. What's up if you're there in Bong, Lofa, Limba, Gwen Jide, Gwen Cape Mau, Dubomi, Maryland, Bassa, Sino County. Wherever you are this morning and however you're following us, we want to say keep it locked down, don't touch it. The best is always yet to come. The time is 10 minutes past 7 o'clock. What's coming up this morning? Shortly we will go for a break and take the commercials. When we come back after the commercials break, we go for the facts check and be back at 7:30, and then after that we go across the continent to know what's happening across Africa around us, after which we talk some pertinent issues up to 8 o'clock, up to 8:15 this morning. 8:15 we're going to be hosting Thomas Tamabondo, the executive director of what the organization name again? I'm forgetting our own organization. I'm forgetting the name again. But Thomas Tamabondo is going to be here. He is so passionate about the fight against drugs. But today we'll be talking other important issues up to 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, we take our next guest up to 10 o'clock. That's how things are going to be like. Let's be together. Don't touch your dial. My name is Fatu, Kamara, and as a matter of fact, Marka is going to join me shortly, and we are going to do the show together. Keep it locked down. Don't touch it.
Liberia, it's time for a new journey, a journey of power, performance, and reliability. CCAR Motors has rebranded. Welcome to the all-new CFA Mobility Liberia, your trusted provider of world-class vehicles, motorcycles, and trucks. With Toyota, experience, strength, innovation, and adventure like never before. Built for Liberia's toughest roads. You need power and performance? Mitsubishi delivers toughness, efficiency, and performance for every job. And for those who move fast and ride with style, Yamaha Motorcycle provides unbeatable speed, durability, and comfort. At CFA Mobility Liberia, we don't just sell vehicles, we provide expert servicing, genuine parts, and lifetime support to keep you moving. Visit us today and experience the new CFA Mobility Liberia. Same trusted quality, brand new experience.
Things are on me, with the emergency. How do I manage again?
Potano, why are you sitting here just talking by yourself?
Julie, I need money quick. I won't go find somebody to credit me. Then I will pay them as soon as I get paid with the more in.
Echo Bank can credit you, but the only thing you have to pay in 1 month, and the good thing, the interest are just 3%.
For you?
Yeah, just go to any Echo Bank branch and you ask for the form to enroll you on their salary advance platform. When they get you the form, you fill it up and you make sure your HR sign it. Then you take that form back to the bank. After you carry it to the bank, they will send you a message to let you know that you're already on the platform. Then you can use the *326# and request for 50% of your salary. Instantly, you will receive it.
Wow, just like that? Pray and edit to more money. Judy, I'm going to the bank to pick up the phone quick.
Yo, go get the form quick. In less than 1 week, you will receive the money. And what I like about it, and they can even ask you for collateral set.
I go with there right now, no wasting time, oh.
I'm not saying you must not go there right now. You must make sure you pay the bank money back.
Hey, Judy, that is talking slow, so I will pay back quick so I can credit again. EcoBank na easy o. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Attention, attention, attention to all lovers of the good things in life. A house is not a home, and a home is the one place where you should feel relaxed and accomplished. Your home should reflect who you are. So, it's time to make that upgrade with minimal damage to your pockets. And I have the perfect solution for you. Home Sweet Home, located on Benson Street, between Center and Buchanan Streets, got you covered. From the kitchen, we have air fryers, juice makers, pressure cookers, freezers of all sizes, and all the modern kitchenwares you can think about. From the bedroom, we have top-of-the-line, exquisite beddings to give you that great night's sleep because you have earned it, and soft, comfortable towels for your bathroom. And in the living room, we have high-definition TV sets of all sizes, unique aerial rugs, classy curtains in all the colors you desire, wall paintings of different sizes and colors, furniture, and everything you can think about for the home. All that at unbelievable prices. We even have low voltage, high quality washing machines and dryers to keep your clothes fresh and new at all times. As a bonus, we have fashion accessories for both the young and the old, designer quality bags, hats, and rare jewelries. So if you love yourself, your family, and your home, it's time to treat it right. Visit Home Sweet Home on Benson Street between Center and Buchanan Streets for that needed upgrade. Or you can call them on 0886 834 944 or 0770 581 420. Home Sweet Home, for the love of a classy home.
Where you dey go? Where you dey find?
Why you dey ask me that kind of question? Say where I dey go? Where I dey go? I dey come. You don't hit my car.
You Menju, why you walking and talking all by yourself so?
My sister, the car business are really thinking about so to get car in this country is really not easy. Since I put in for my cars and other goods, it is almost 1 year I can't get anything.
But it says stranger who always asks don't miss their way. Haven't you heard about urban used cars and auto parts?
You mean urban used cars and auto parts?
Yes, urban used cars and auto parts is 100% Liberian-owned business. With urban used cars and auto parts, you can purchase your new cars, used cars, and all cars parts directly from America for an affordable price. Urban used cars and auto parts can also help you ship your parrots, your boxes, containers, and other goods from your relatives abroad within just 4 to 6 weeks.
Wow, this is a good news. Where can I find urban used cars and auto parts?
If you are in Liberia, Urban Used Cars and Auto Parts is located Fish Market, Tottenham Boulevard, Monrovia, Liberia. And in the USA, 220 10th Street, Brookhaven, Pennsylvania, 19015, United States of America. You can also visit their Facebook page, Urban Used Cars and Auto Parts International, or call cell number +231 887 012218.
Thank you for this information. I am visiting Urban Used Cars and Auto Parts to begin the process of my car and other goods.
Urban Used Cars and Auto Parts. Our goal is to allow Liberians have access to buying things from America without being cheated.
Good day and welcome to the Fact Check segment. This segment debunks disinformation and provides the verified facts of statements made online and on the radio. On August 19, Councillor Tiawan Gonglo, political leader of the Liberian People's Party, claimed
that Liberia is the 10th poorest country in the world. Councillor Gonklo made the claim while reacting to the government of Liberia's reported huge delegation currently at the 9th Tokyo International Conference on African Development Trade in Japan. To verify this claim, we contacted Councillor Gonklo requesting the source of his information. However, he did not respond to our inquiry up to the time of the production of this report. We will update this report when he provides the source of the information. We then reviewed the most recent global poverty rankings using data from multiple reputable sources, including World Population Review, Concern Worldwide, and Focus Economics. The world's poorest countries are classified as low-income economies in the 4-tiered World Bank ranking system. This ranking, according to the World Bank, is based on each country's gross national income or GNR per capita, which is a measure of the country's total income divided by its population. According to a 2025 data from World Population Review, the 10 poorest countries in the world by GNR per capita are Burundi, Afghanistan, Syria, Sierra Leone, Central African Republic, Madagascar, Yemen, Mozambique, Niger, and Somalia. The World Population Review lists Liberia in the 14th ranking. Similarly, Concern Worldwide, an international humanitarian organization, lists the world's 10 poorest and vulnerable countries as South Sudan, Somalia, Central African Republic, Chad, Niger, Mali, Burundi, Burkina Faso, Sierra Leone, and Yemen as the world's 10 poorest countries. Additionally, Focus Economics, a global economic research firm, ranks Liberia as the 12th poorest country in the world based on its current GDP per capita and other key economic indicators. Meanwhile, a 2024 Global Finance data and a 2022 MAPA report ranked Liberia as the 8th poorest country in the world. Based on these findings, we conclude that Councillor Gonklo's claim that Liberia is the 10th poorest country in the world is incorrect. While Liberia is recognized as a low-income country and is ranked among the poorest, it does not appear in the top 10 according to current data from these organizations. On August 19, Vandalak Patricks, a panelist on Spoon Talk, claimed that the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency operates on a budget of less than 6 million. Patrick made this claim during a discussion on Spoon FM where he criticized those who condemned the institution's efforts in tackling drug-related issues across the country despite what he described as limited funding. To verify this claim, we reviewed the 2025 national budget as published by the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning. Upon reviewing the budget, we found that the LDEA's total allocation for this fiscal year is listed as US $3,575,056. Based on our review of the official 2025 national budget, we conclude that Vandala Patrick's claim that the LDEA operates on a budget of less than 6 million is correct. This is all we have time for on the Fact Check segment. This segment is part of an MOU between Local Voices Liberia, OKFM, Pram FM, and Care Radio to counter disinformation to help the public make informed decisions. This MOU is funded by the Liberia Media Empowerment Project, implemented by Internews with funding from the European Union. The funder or partner had no say in the editorial decision leading to the production of this fact check segment. We will be back on Monday with more fact check reports to help you know the facts. If you want us to fact check or claim for you, please send us a text to WhatsApp on 0777 556 296 and we will definitely check for you. Also follow us on Facebook at Local Voices Liberia, X or Twitter at LVL Fact Check, and go to our website www.localvoicesliberia.com. My name is Olivia Bawon. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.
So we want to say welcome back to the OK Money Watch right after that break. What's going on in Ghana? Popular Ghanaian musician Shatta Wale was detained in an investigation linked to his purchase of a luxury car and has been granted bail. The Ghanaian authorities have said Wale's yellow Lamborghini was seized earlier this month at the request of the U.S., which alleged that the vehicle was tied to the proceeds of a criminal enterprise. Ghana's Economic and Organized Crime Office said Wale voluntarily entered custody on Wednesday and was subsequently questioned over the car. Wale's management did not mention the U.S. allegation in their statement, saying instead that the artist was detained over tax obligations. The 2019 Lamborghini Urus was identified by the FBI and U.S. Justice Department as being linked to a $4 million crime involving one Nana Kwabena Amua, a Ghanaian who is currently serving jail in the USA. Oko said on Thursday Wale has denied knowing or being connected to Amua, who received a 7-year sentence for fraud in 2023. He said he was a third-party owner of the car and that he did not know who had shipped it to the country. Wow. My colleague Marka Davis is already here. Marka, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Fatu. Good morning to all who have joined us this morning on the show. It's great to be here again.
How was tonight? Did you sleep well for today?
Yes, I did, as usual. I know there are attempts by you and other people to make it look like normally sleep, but that's not the case. Evident by your post on the social media, but I was actually praying. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I see. Why? What were you praying for?
Actually, for lunch. It was lunchtime.
But there's no lunch in the paper there.
Yeah, it just depends on the angle of your camera.
No, but I was the photographer and I did not see any lunch.
I mean,
you were praying ahead of the lunch. Okay.
Yes, but my night was good, and yes, it's great to be here again to serve our Liberian people. And thanks to all of you who have joined us on the show this morning. Let's do this up to 10 o'clock this morning.
Yeah. So you know Shatta Wale, right?
Yes, the popular Ghanaian.
Yeah, Ghanaian musician.
Yes, I know.
The man Lamborghini. You know the musician as soon as they blow, they want big cars.
Exactly.
Recently, our own SRO has been. I think he has changed car for the second time, according to what I read.
Yes, for our Liberian side, I know these other artists in Nigeria, Ghana, and all of that. These people are on a kind of social media campaign to blow, to look big, and always be, the big star. And sometimes some of these things that they are displaying on the social media, they don't have 100% ownership of them. You imagine Shatta Wale telling you that he's a third party owner of the car.
Owner of the car.
Imagine that. And sometimes you see maybe a manager of an artist telling you, well, I'm giving my artist 2 million next week. Some of these things are just social media stunts to make their artists look big and all of that. But again, the American people are saying this particular
publicity,
vehicle
yeah.
is linked to some kind of crime.
Yeah.
So yes, the
Criminal enterprise.
exactly. So the investigation will be done, whether both in the U.S. and in Ghana. But as it stands, we look up to what the investigation will bring.
Okay, let's look at some of those watching the broadcast this morning.
Yes, let's look at some of those who, or some of you who have joined us this morning on the live broadcast here on the OK Morning Rush. Let me lay my hands on the live and yes, recognize all of you. And let me say thanks. You can continue to share and invite others to follow. Sajuman Ahmed Kruman is following. He says, good morning. I'm watching live from my office in St. Samuel High School. S. Ali Ayuba Keita writes, good morning, Fatu. I'm following you closely from my comfortable residence in Tinker and Blama Kamara. Says BK19 is watching, and Ansu Koma writes, I'm following from the Economic Freedom Fighters of Liberia. UJ David writes, good morning, Fatu. I'm following from Connex Old Road. The Moscow Moses Nonga writes this morning is also following, and Armstrong Wabinda has joined us also. Festa Mota Mote is also following. Elijah and Say following from Ganta in Nimba County. Paris in Flomo says he's following from home. Royal Prince watching live at the Benton Clay Street intersection. Williamson Toze is also following this morning from Police Academy in Painesville. P. Esau Tali following from Johnson Street in Monrovia. Seju King has also joined the broadcast from RIA. That's yes, and we also have Sumo Kezali, Bentu Dukle. Thanks for joining. Share the live and invite others to follow. Samuel or Sam Medovich Kato is following. Says good morning, Marka and Fatu. I'm following from my reading room in District 2, Montserrat County. Ada May Taylor is also following this morning. And Edward G. Gibson following from Carisburg in Montserrat County. Chris Chodopley has also joined the broadcast from Fishtown City, River G County. Yes, that's far in the southeast of Liberia. Johnny Coleman Senior is also following. Says good morning, Fatu. I'm following from the office of the Rescue Defenders on Center Street. And OP O'Neill Johnson says join the conversation from Doe Community. Fokpaye Moba is also following. Tipote Joseph is following as well. We have Morris Johnson, who has joined from North Carolina from the US, is following this morning. And Ivan Gawe following from Sino County. This place name, yes, from Sino County. The Last Don is following from Duazon this morning. Abraham Kamara following from Italy. Umaru Kamara is also following this morning from Bartnersville Dry Rice Market. And Blama Kamara, we mentioned that earlier. We also have Benjamin Kanabo, who is following the broadcast from Bo Waterside in Sierra Leone. B. Wian Kamtie Jr. following from Kalua Township in District 15. Victor U.J. Morgan is also following from Morrisville, Pennsylvania, USA. Ducle Swahilo, he says, great job, guys. And Joseph J. McGill following from Brewerville community. Alex Morba is also following the broadcast this morning. And Mason Say Willow writes, Jacobtown, he says he's following from Jacobtown. And many others who are following. Thanks for joining. Continue to share and invite others to follow the show this morning.
Okay, Marka, thank you so much. And we want to say thanks to all of those following. You saw the release from the Ministry of Health.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
About the ban on shisha.
That's a very big news.
Yeah, that's a very big news. Let me see if I have it here so that we can just read it out. The Ministry of Health announces the intensified enforcement of Part 5, Chapter 41 of the Public Health Law, Control of Narcotic Drugs, which strictly prohibits the possession, sale, or distribution of prescriptive or non-prescriptive drugs for wholesale or manufacturing without a permit issued by the Liberia Pharmacy Board and approved by the Ministry of Health. In response to the escalating epidemic and national public health emergency, the Minister of Health has declared a moratorium effective August 22, 2025 on the sale and distribution of tramadol and shisha across Liberia. Directive on the moratorium: tramadol use is strictly limited to licensed hospital settings under professional medical supervision. Shisha is completely banned in both public and private facilities, including bars, drinking spots, and homes. Violators of the directive will face immediate penalties, including arrest, license revocation, and product seizure. It's long. I can't read the whole of the release. Marka, this shisha thing is now very common. You passing in the street, you sit down anywhere, you see a group of people, children under the age 18. You see some of them, you see them, you know this person is under 18. And how young people, this has become like food for them. You see a group of people sitting using one shisha. I don't know how they call the end of the shisha.
Pipe.
The pipe. Oh, all of that, right?
Yeah.
So you see one person, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 person using one pipe and smoking, and a lot of people say it's not harmful. There's no harm related to it, but the Ministry of Health is saying it is harmful. It is causing heart attack and a lot of other health issues.
Yes, it is harmful. According to the British Heart Foundation, health risks of shisha smoking include, they said, one, high toxic exposure. A typical shisha section lasts for 45 minutes to 1 hour. In that time, a smoker can inhale the smoke of about 100 or more cigarettes. You understand? So in that one shisha section, if you continue to smoke,
100 cigarettes.
Exactly. It also has toxic chemicals. Shisha smoke contains nicotine, tar, carbon monoxide, heavy metals like lead, arsenic, chromium, and carcinogens. So these are all, they said these cause lung cancer, heart disease, stroke, and chronic respiratory problems. So people who say, oh, shisha, like just something we can just take. They also talk about nicotine addiction. Just like cigarettes, shisha contains nicotine, leading to addiction.
And
so,
the underlying health risks are similar.
Absolutely.
Shisha
Yes.
and cigarette. And somebody was saying, what about cigarettes? The ban on shisha is welcoming, but what about cigarettes? You're passing in the street nowadays, people smoke cigarettes publicly.
So, Fatu, what has happened? Firstly, let me say thanks to the Ministry of Health, because personally, this has been of concern to me too, because sometimes we move around in the evening hours, and we've come to realize that the use of shisha, Fatu, is on the rise. And this mind statement would, maybe it's not scientifically proving. I've come to realize that most of the young people, especially young women who have gone into addiction, started from shisha. Yes, I want to say so because they will not directly go to cigarette, or they will not directly start to smoke marijuana. They will start with shisha. So shisha got sweet flavor, and they are blowing it. Look, So gradually, you start to, build up your appetite for, as it
For
demands.
smoke,
You start looking for stronger things, from shisha to maybe marijuana, from marijuana to the other thing then are leading to kush and all of that. So I want to believe, which is not scientifically proven, but I want to believe that a lot of young people, especially girls and women who have gone to drugs, they started from shisha, because Fatu is very popular. I don't know how often do you go out in the night, but it is really popular. People,
No, I read it.
yes, people have them at homes when they are gathering, maybe evening gatherings at home. Somebody will go in a room and bring shisha outside, and 4 or 5 persons sitting around it smoking in that same pipe,
And
using
you
the same
go
pipe.
out, you're sitting by them, and they're blowing the smoke.
Exactly,
in
the secondhand
in your
smoke
face.
aspect of it.
Yes.
Yeah, so you see now, when it comes to the secondhand smoke, now
Yeah.
you can't take people like us out.
Yeah, you can take us out.
Yeah, you can't take us out, because we're sitting. Normally, anything that has to do with smoke, I don't do it directly. So, like the secondhand aspect now, there where some of us will be affected, because sometimes we are around people are smoking, and they blow it too hard, too deep. That when they smoke it out, the entire place is covered. Human being using your mouth, your body system to take. I mean, I appreciate the Ministry of Health.
So once I was working with my father one evening, and then a group was having this birthday party, and he was asking if the place is burning. I said no, the people smoking.
Yes, and sometimes if you are in a bar, the entire bar is all
smoky.
smoke,
Yeah.
because there are about 10 tables, 20 tables with shisha, 5 persons to each smoking it all over the place. So I think
It's important. So we've been talking about the preventive measure, the drugs issue, because you can't be fighting drugs. These are the
and then you got a foundation
the
still continuing.
foundation of this drug the consumption still continuing. It's just a good thing, and also this trauma door thing. I only hear about these things in Marka. That's the saddest thing about the work I do. I only hear. I've never seen it. I don't even know what it looks like. But our brothers and sisters consume these things with, sometimes, like the cigarettes. Take for instance, somebody knowing very well, and it's rating on the cigarette, that it damages your health.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you go ahead taking it. Sometimes these people are fully aware of the consequences of some of these things they're taking, but you go and take it. You see others are dying from it. You see others being affected from it, but they go ahead and take it. And somebody will say that, what kind of pressure? Peer pressure. Trauma door.
And again, Fatu, we cannot rule out, if some say peer pressure, we cannot rule it out, because I mean that's how these things start. For example, you and your peer together, they're smoking shisha, you guys go out 1 or 2 times, and if you are sitting and not doing anything, they are like, but what are you doing out? Like gradually,
and maybe they'll say your eye closed.
You green, man. Look, why they get followers come here for? Like go home. So these kind of thing, when they are telling you, like, okay, let me put myself in the shoes. Let's do it.
Yeah.
That these are some of the things that peer pressure does. It leads you into entering these kind of habits, and it is very, very dangerous.
One thing is the enforcement part of it. Enforcement has been an issue around Liberia. Why we want to applaud the ministry for this directive, this ban on shisha, but another thing is enforcement. Cigarette, the public smoking, it is an issue in Liberia. I think
I think it is still banned.
It is still
but
banned.
it is
But
happening.
you go around, Marka, just walk around in the evening hours. You see people smoking publicly. So enforcement of some of these or banned is a problem. So if you don't go to these places in the night hours, if you don't, everybody go and sleep. Everybody, okay, they ban. In the day, you passing around, you differ with these people or entertainment centers owners, they will be doing it secretly. But enforcement is a problem. So they have to get on their feet. The Ministry of Health and in other enforcement agencies will have to get on their feet to ensure that this is not just on paper again, because this thing about on paper ban and directive or whatever is a problem in Liberia. Enforcement.
Yes, enforcement is very important, and we are calling on the Ministry of Health to work with the relevant institutions of government and lined ministries and agencies, including commissions, to ensure that they can enforce this ban. For us here, especially me personally, support the ministry's decision because we know and believe that this shisha we've been reading through ever since, even before this directive came up. We've been reading the different medical harms that shisha poses to people's lives. So we appreciate this. Again, like Fatu just mentioned, we want the ministry to work with all relevant institutions of government to enforce this ban, because we know there will be time, and business people. I mean, this is for the public. This is for the country. This issue of drug is impacting almost all families. So I know people will say, well, we have invested in bringing these things, the business we are doing, but the government coming up to abruptly stop it, it means you are maybe jeopardizing our investment and stuff like that. But again,
and even
the
those
government,
who are selling it.
yes, exactly.
Those who are selling it. So
Exactly.
they'll have to be moving down to those shops and stores or supermarkets that are selling this thing, because as long as people are selling it, somehow, some way, people will go and buy it and secretly using it. So if you're banning it privately, publicly, from being used, you have to target the big, those who are selling it.
And another critical thing we have to look at, Fatu, that the government also place a ban on importation. That's another issue.
Yes.
Because if you say you are banning use, did you also ban importation? Yes, I think that's another action. The government should go further by banning importation. Because if it is coming, then somebody has to take
somebody
it.
will buy and be selling the importation, the
Absolutely.
sale, and the use, whatever you have to ban, everything that has to do with this shisha thing. I don't know if we can take calls, but I actually want us to just talk briefly about the 2 days workshop we attended, this issue of the war
it's
and
important.
economic crimes.
It's important. It's important.
A lot of people just think the war and economic crimes code that easy thing. We just talking about war and economic crimes code coming, but there are just a lot of issues surrounding the establishment of this code, and with those who really understand the issues or the challenges as it relates to the establishment of the code are starting to doubt whether this code will even be established anytime soon. You listen to one of the victims talk about, if it is not established from now to 2029, he's going to be one of the rebel leaders. He's going to become a rebel leader too, because he lost all of his family during the war. So the problem is support. Before the immediate past, ambassador to Liberia from the U.S., Marka left, he had this interview with Anthony Stevens when he said that Liberia is broke, and this whole code thing is about money, funding.
Exactly.
But he was saying Liberia is broke right now, for the establishment of the court. Why you have some aid, you have some support from outside, maybe from the US, because the whole thing was from the beginning of this whole office of war and economic crimes code establishment. A lot of people thought it's going to be wholly and fully funded by the US government. But now,
and even the United Nations.
But where I see courts in aid, and the U.S. ambassador talking about, the past ambassador talking about Liberia need to raise funding, to sustain the court, to keep the court going, to pay those who will be working, judges, to even carry on investigation. It needs money to carry on the investigation. And the thing is, you even investigating people who have influence, people who have money people, big people, and you're struggling to have the money. These are some of the things that are really going to impede seniors of the court, but now we're still talking about the establishment. Just the establishment, and people say the money business so they will be establishing the Economic Crimes Court 2026. Then the War Crimes Court will be coming later, maybe 2027.
Yes, so Fatu, thank you for bringing this issue up. I did a lot of, maybe should I say, different interviews, especially when people were advocating for the establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Code. One thing I know in Liberia, there are some issues that are very critical national issues, but when we start to talk about them, we will polish it with some level of political advocacy and all of that. I'm not talking about those who were leading the campaign to advocate for the establishment of this court, but at a certain point in time when it was election, people were making it look like, anybody who doesn't want to establish the War and Economic Crime Code will not vote for them.
Yes,
these are some of the issues. So again, I'm one person who believes that there should be a system in place to hold people accountable, whether it is a tribunal like recommended by the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, whether it is local court or whatever. But I believe that people who committed some crimes in the past should be held to account. So that is good. But again, we should always take into consideration that if we as a people, because there were times when people used to even protest, say, we want War and Economic Crimes Court. And when candidates went to campaign, people were asking, are you willing, if you are elected as president, to establish the War and Economic Crimes Code? These were a kind of rallying call by Liberians in the country. Again, did we take into consideration that this thing we are asking for, it is our responsibility? Now, there were people in other countries who believe that, if you want to do this, then you can go ahead and do it as a country. But again, some of the people who were advocating for the establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Court made the government and the Liberian people to believe that this was going to be 100% sponsored either by maybe the European Union, maybe the United Nations, or the U.S. government. That's why I say, the government of Liberia should not worry. This thing. But since the executive order that established the Office for the Establishment of War and Economic Crimes Court, as it is now, according to the executive director, according to the executive director, they have not received a dime from any partner or donor organization. Though he mentioned they've benefited, staff capacity building and some logistics support, money they've not received from anywhere. So now it is the burden of the government, and this is what the government and the Liberian people did not know when the advocates were talking.
So let's just listen. I think I have the recording here of the ambassador. Let's listen to him.
Let's talk now about the Office for War and Economic Crimes Court. You had a visit quite recently there. You paid a visit there. What is your...
Need to go back.
Yes, maybe before you leave, but what do you think about how they've performed so far?
I think, look, I'll be perfectly frank. They're not, they're not well resourced. They don't have enough funds, to put on to set up rather a war crimes court. Frankly, it's expensive. We've been trying to encourage them to look at less expensive models because I don't think the donor money is there anymore.
Less expensive models such as?
I'm trying to think of Sierra Leone is not a less expensive model. I think the Gambia was. There's other models. We've done a lot with them in terms of technical assistance. We brought groups here from the Gambia, from Rwanda, which has some experience in this field, obviously, and we've also brought some of our experts who've done war crimes in Yugoslavia and elsewhere. Steve Rapp comes to mind, who's a very well-known lawyer.
Okay, so we can just stop it there because others will have to participate in the program. So you listen to Marka talking about the aid is not coming anymore. So like does not have the finance there.
And that is, it's expensive to establish.
It.
What we can find a cheaper model.
Yeah.
Not easy.
So that's it.
Let's take some calls.
We'll take some calls. 0777 700 995 0555 995 995 are the numbers to call and be a part of the program. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. Let's hear you. What's your name?
Yeah. I'm Jimmy and I'm calling you from Radio OKFM.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we just discussing just. It is
Hello?
true, just is at its form. But we're not looking at our small girls, children that are involved in the prostitution today. We are not concerned about them. They are not part of the youthful population today. Are we not looking at those girls, 11 years old, 12 years old, involved in the prostitution all around us?
Okay,
today?
so I think we'll talk that
Yeah,
another day.
another time, but
today,
that's
let's
not the
talk
point of
about-
discussion
yeah.
today. But even technically, these are some of the drivers of what
Yeah.
you're even mentioning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good morning, Fatu.
Good morning.
Let me say good morning to your co-panelists. This is the voice of Christian President in the Bayer, and I do join the conversation this morning
Okay, let's hear
on the
you.
headquarters of the Veterans Bureau on the Bagu Avenue, moving to Okomere. Well,
Okay.
Fatu, let me appreciate you for the analysis, please.
Mm.
You know, the whole the Supreme Court and the Welcome Court, and then people making social remarks that it is not established, but certain they will go back, is because on the Unity Party campaign trade during the 2023 election, Fatu, there was a whole lot of promises made to Latvian people.
Even the 2017 during the 2017 campaign, it was a centerpiece also.
Yes, there was a whole lot of promises made, Fatu. People who did not have the technical know-how on how Welcome Code is established made promise to the Latvian people. These are some of the frustration that is going around, that people are frustrated. They are feeling betrayed. They are feeling hurt that they lost their loved ones, they lost their parents, they lost their kids, they lost their, So these are some of the things that are really hurting some of us, Fatu. But we are not, into making remarks because we knew how, Welcome Code could be established and can be established. So we know that these are some of the things that go back procedures and other things. So the issue of the shisha, Fatu, it means that the government needs to stop tobacco at all. Because they are, the cigar, you see the PP cigar is made out of tobacco. This is, even shisha is made out of tobacco. So if they are stopping shisha, I will have some Muslim brothers, let me be fair to the disco, Fatu. Muslims brothers do not smoke. They don't smoke cigar, they don't smoke opinion and other things there. But you go, they smoke the shisha. These are some of the things that are making them happy. You see them smoking the shisha, they're drinking the soda drink, they're drinking the juice.
Okay.
These are some of the habits. So if you stop it, it means that other people who smoke the cigars, who buy $30 like the cigar bar and other places, they buy $40 cigars to smoke.
Okay.
It means like that
So maybe the ministry is looking at the one with a greater impact on the larger population because the
young
shisha, you cannot compare the shisha use with the cigar you are talking about.
They are made out of tobacco. They
Yeah.
are made out of tobacco, and you are stopping tobacco. So you got to stop all of those. All of things, anything that made out of tobacco, you have to stop it.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Let's start with the shisha.
This caller on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, Fatu, and good morning, Marka. My name is Eddie Hammer.
Yes, Eddie Hammer. Let's hear you.
Okay, this is one thing that we already been worried about the shisha. And I just presidency ministry, the ministry of health and the government. But the most important thing is the enforcement aspect. Because and they need to put a hotline that the citizen will be passing around and see the poetry, because most of the people that can bring it out are the Lebanese. So we just want the enforcement aspect to be strong, and then put a hotline on so anybody see the poetry to be what they're doing, and then we'll call them. Thank you.
Thank you so much. When we went to SA in 2023, the son of the former president of
What is SA?
South Africa. So the son of the former president of South Africa, his name is Dali Tambo. We talked to him about this issue of the establishment of War and Economic Crimes Code, and he was concerned. We're talking about transitional justice, and he was concerned about why not reparation. Those people who have suffered the burn of the civil war. You even listened to one of the victims yesterday who talked about these people need reparation. These people need money. They need to take care of themselves. Some of them need health. You know, why the establishment of the court is important, but justice to some of these people just means they should have, you know, good life,
some kind of compensation,
and that's what justice to some of these people mean. You know, if somebody who murdered my parents is living a very good life, and I'm here and I'm still suffering,
struggling to afford a meal,
you know, it's a problem. So justice to some of these victims just mean having a better life. So how do we afford to give them a better life? This is why I think the TRC recommended reparations to some of those who want reparations should be given reparations or some form of compensation. Healthcare, their children, they're struggling, you know, to live. And one of the things he stressed was that now, if you say you want to prosecute certain people, that was where, you know, Adama Dempster and myself were going back and forth there all the time. If you say you want to prosecute these people right now, they are now very influential people. Firstly, you want to prosecute those who have committed economic crimes, and leaving behind those who committed war crimes, you know, those who did the killings, you know, the rape, torturing. You want to prosecute firstly those who have committed economic crimes before those people. They'll be saying the man who killed, you know, and the other thing he's saying now that you're not wrong after you first, you know, you're running behind me. But then again, they are now very influential people.
And the rallying call at the time was for the government to prosecute those who actually committed war crimes. Because they believe that they committed heinous crimes in the country, and going with impunity will mean that anybody can rise up tomorrow and do the same thing. That's the issue. But now that the economic or the anti-corruption code is taking precedence over the war crimes code, well, it's something to look at.
Yeah, seriously, and one of the things could be it all boiled down to this thing. I think about funding, you know, and you know, support for the establishment of the court. 0777 700 995 0555 995 995. Let's take this caller.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Fatu, and good morning, Marka. The nearest about political Latin environment. I called you this morning from the Congress City in Congresstan, official call of the Mali Congress of Democracy. Let me appreciate you, both of you, for the topic of discussion as it relates to the war, the establishment of the World Economic Code. You know, what I call political discussion on the smaller state about Southern Liberia. Yesterday, Honorable President, the current administration created the situation that the President does not have any interest in the establishment of the World Economic Code, specifically the World Code. When President William left the country, when he arrived to RRA, or him coming to the country when he arrived to RRA, Marka a place with more opportunities. They ask him about the World Code. When the people decide, let the people decide to go to the legislature, the people say they won't work with the family World Code, but I would not impose my way on the other for it. Because he knew the challenges that.
But you think the people now want war crimes? So you really think the people now want war crimes?
No, the people will decide. Because
what do you mean by the people deciding?
They will have a dialogue. The perpetrator and the perpetrator and the victim, they say that they have a dialogue to settle the whole issue. As you guys are saying, the people need some compensation.
Did he create that avenue?
Come again?
Did he create the avenue for that?
He created an avenue for that?
Yeah.
So he's a leader. But even pronouncing it, he has created the avenue. And they have a national
pronouncing what?
He understood that there will be challenges in establishing the court, and you guys are saying it. When the current administration, when they were in opposition, they created a Senate International Committee, already have the money saying that. So why now the court has established? Why now? Because
there could be there may be challenges, you know, associated with the funding or the establishment of the court, but it still does not mean that it is a bad thing to establish the court.
No. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Some of us we are beating. We have said this, but when you politicize, the establishment of the code, I will have problem with it.
That is him politicizing you doing here. You're saying politicizing the thing.
Listen now. No, I'm a some political, but I'm being very honest. If you say that George Weah was the reason, no one member of the administration said it, and then we were politicized too because you lack the interest. The whole assignment of the code was free Johnson. You have no interest in the code. So we're politicized.
Who told you that? Do you know the number?
Seriously. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Other people need to. Yeah.
If it was about the late Senator Johnson, then I mean the government wasting your time. How would you think about establishing a code for only a single person?
Only Prince Johnson. Good morning.
Good morning, Fatu.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
I'm the son of Kamara from Caldwell.
Okay, go ahead.
And Mr. Thank you for this discussion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, nobody has sent the issue of the establishment of worker code as compared to CDC. They did it for 12 years. They did it for 12 complete years under the leadership of Madam Seri. They took heavy casket, letting the world know that they want to establish the TRC. I mean, the worker code. So when President Seri came to power, it was like, this is the one that started the entire noise of the worker code. So why it was not their time? Okay, nobody wants to blame them because everybody knew it was the same financial constraint. So when President Marka took his campaign trail, he also used the issue of the worker code to win people over onto his campaign trail, which was not a bad thing. But all of us now have come to realize. So this is where I like you people, what you people are saying, that we should no longer do it as a politics. Because all of us now have realized that it is not about money. It is not about money. It is, it is not about politics, but it is about money to make sure that it is established and those who cause the heinous crime should be brought to justice. Now, and then on the issue of the drugs, my sister, the only way these drugs and every other thing that follow it will be stopped, let government make it a capital crime. And if you will say that Liberia have become part of some international instrument that forbids capital crime, that is putting people on firing strike, then other countries that are part of UN are saying, even the very United States, some of the states are there still carrying on capital crime. Then are they not held liable for the same human rights? Because if we say that we are part of international instrument that forbids these things, that we should not be killing people on firing strike for heinous crime, then of course, America, who is the father or the father of democracy, should not be carrying on some of these things.
Okay.
So let us not, let us make sure that our law be our law, and if the law will be for stopping bad things to happen, then let it be done. Then the same America can tell us, why must you kill somebody for bad and telling judge? There will be an answer the other way.
Thank you.
Yeah, so the point you raised, it depends whether these countries you are mentioning are also signatory to the second protocol on the International Convention on Civil and Political Rights, because it was under that second protocol that they banned the death penalty in other countries or member states have signed, others have ratified. I'm not sure Liberia has ratified, but there was one point in time we placed a moratorium, and President Seli had to lift it again in 2008 because of rising armed robbery and other crimes in the country. So, however, as it is, Liberia is a signatory to that protocol, so we cannot sit on this radio and talk about death penalty. But there are other bigger penalties. For example, life imprisonment. Yeah. Somebody stay in jail for a lifetime. It's strong as well. So
the mayor talking about Prince Johnson, you have like 116 most notorious perpetrators. Then under Prince Johnson movement, they have the other one, and they we have this caller. Let's listen to him. Hello, caller.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Jeffrey Mabia calling from Johnsonville. Well, thank you for the topic about drugs and war crime code. I think it's just man who left the phone, he has said all about the deception that some of these guys can bring it to the platform. Okay. They're talking about Unity Party talk on that thing. They were not thinking that Donald Trump will withdraw all the international support from outside. You see, the government mean well, because people have cried enough about the war and economic crime court. And the economic crime court, some of us, as for me, one of me, I was against bringing war crime court because it will waste our time. But the main thing I was after is the economic crime court. There be a local court so that we cannot depend on international body to support it. Because when it is economic court, crime court, we ourselves can sponsor it and prosecute those who have done economic crime. But when you put it to war, then you will prosecute thousands of people. So it will, you know, when you hold a road will all bush. Okay. Yeah, then you got to build a center, you got to do other one, and with this a struggling country financially, we are looking for a way to come up. So when they thing was coming out, the CDC was running away here until they came to power. They don't implement it, they don't even touch it. They were talking. Okay. But back to the drug issue, the drugs are always selling. We who are children outside there, we the parents living in the community, these guys didn't come from blue sky to fall down. They are from various communities. Wheresoever, we should be embarrassing them in the community throughout. The shisha is personal. It is dangerous. The cigar they're talking about. How many person can smoke cigar? Only no big garden. Cigar is smoked by big guys. So what they will do cleverly is to impose heavy tax on tobacco. In some countries, that what they can do, they impose heavy tax. If you want for things to be curtailed, you impose heavy tax on the as government. Those who will bring it, I say, because you can't pay heavy tax, then you sell it cheap. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you to 0777 700 995 0555 995 995. Other numbers, let's take this one. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, we lost it. Okay, let's take this. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, what's happening here? Good morning. Let's take this one from here. Good morning.
Good morning, Fatu.
You live. Let's hear you.
Thank you. And let me say good morning to Marka. This is Jack F. Bemo, and I call from Upper Cardwell.
Okay.
Fatu, let me thank you and Marka this morning for the topic on discussion. I think it is a good move by the Ministry of Health to actually put a ban on this thing we call shisha. And like you said, this is what really has led to the consumption of drugs by many of our young people, because the way in which they even do that shisha thing, they are no longer using the flavor that it comes with. They make all kinds of things with that to even make them to be more toxic and hard, other than just getting a flavor as it has come the way how it was first. So I think it's a good move, and nobody should even raise the issue of people smoking cigars, so it should also be banned. No, I think this has led to many of our young people being involved with the issue of drugs, so it's a good move. With the issue of work crime code, I'm one person who has said I'm not going to be happy if it is not established. But like you said, we all have seen that the establishment is not just a mere talk or a propaganda, but it requires money. And looking at the economic constraint of our country, I think it's going to take some time. We want it, it should be established, but it's going to take some time. Thank you for following me time this morning, Fatu.
Thank you too. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Fatu.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Thank you very much. So my name is Maurice Alfie, and I join you from West Point. So, Fatu, thank you very much for the topic on this question. You see, Fatu, this government lied to the Liberian people. That's what's suffering them.
How?
If you are not sincere to the people and you feel that you will ride on the weakness of your colleague or the party or the government that come to power, it will also affect you. There are some of the things that this government said that it would do, and they knew fully well that it will not do, and they don't have the capacity to do it. For example, one of the two cardinal things that brought the government to power are, one, the issue of drugs, two, the issue of the establishment of this War and Economic Crime Code. They felt that the Liberian people were affected by drugs so much, so every corner you pass in, you hear about the thing of drugs. All that campaign music is all about drugs. But right now, where we are with the drug issue, in fact, drug is more in Liberia than even as compared to the past regime. What can they do? I saw yesterday people went to King Gray and they caught over 50 to 40 Zogos and started cutting their head. That waste of time, Fatu. You can't do nothing about it. You come and see what the first draw. The first thing you see what the first draws and then eradicate all minimal drugs on that. But the first thing you do, you set up a very big compound. In that compound, you will have trade, you will have different kind of things where it's almost like a prison where you carry them. When you hold them, you carry them before they come from India, they already got free. That's what Burkina Faso did. That's what Rwanda did, and all of Syria, other African countries, that's what they did. But to just grab them in the name of cutting their hair, letting them go and bringing ghetto, that's a waste of time.
Okay.
So that kind of the issue of the economic crime code. Look, let me just tell you this. The war economic, because people felt that like when people were calling for it and the CDC were unable to establish it, so they started running with it. We are taking into consideration that there are other obstacles, there are other challenges associated with it. But because the human capacity building is low in Liberia, so they feel that we can ride on this war to make sure we gain the vote of the people. And they did it resonated with the people. So they got to do something about it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good morning. I don't know what's happening with this line. Let's take this one. Good morning. You can call us on 07785945.
Not only now, Fatu.
Yeah.
Good morning to Marka.
Morning.
Good morning. You have to be fast.
I'm from Bernard calling from Kakata City. I just want to come in and react to what this past caller just said.
Mm-hmm.
The past government never arrested anybody and tried them for trafficking drugs into this country here. It was just free. They the one make the drugs business to spread in this country here. I know about it. It was they just sell it free, openly. And now for it to post up to it requires time.
Okay.
And I agree that it is rampant. They are very rampant. But it's also those that are selling it. Anything that is profitable and bad is hard to get rid of.
Okay. All right.
But you talk about this, this government is trying its best. At least some people are banned, prosecuted, and some people are banned, put into prison for 4 years, 5 years. Look at Musa Bilade's son. They don't have in the country before. Then you talk all about things. This government is serious, the government is serious. The government is serious, but it will take time to contain it, but not to eradicate it.
Okay. So
when they talk, they just want to politicize because they are not empowered, and they just talk with no understanding. Thank you very much, Colin. Not all in Fatu.
Okay. Thank you too. We take one more. Our guest is already here. We're going to usher them in shortly. Let's take one more. We're having an issue with our Lone Star line. But call us on our orange 0777 700 995. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, let's hear you.
Yeah, we're discussing the war crime code. The war crime code, it will be a waste of time. Yeah, because I just looking at my age.
But that's not the war crime code, not just for you, for your one.
Yeah, I'm coming now. I'm making my point.
Mm.
I was a kid before the war, and as I can say one way of the other, we all took part in the war. And the part that we play in the war is that we suffer the war.
Mm.
Those who brought war, those that perpetrated the war, some of them, they were already in the adulthood. And today, looking at my age, I'm almost in my 40s. So tell me about those that brought the war. What would be their ages today? And we're still drinking the war gun code, war gun code. You, Fatu, you discussing war gun code in there. What was your age at the time of the war? And look at your age today.
So
it
is not just about people's age. So the thing is, the idea is to ensure that if people commit a crime in the country, they should account for the crime, and also for deterrence purpose, that other people will not rise up and say, well, yesterday Mr. X, Mr. Z waged war on the country and he went scot-free, so myself can do the same when I'm disenchanted. These are some of the issues.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, you're live.
Yeah, this is why if the international community cannot look at Liberia to help them, then they should forget about putting pressure on our government for war crime code. Because they are said to, they are committing a lot of war crimes. Yeah, is it today?
I mean,
we get money to set up the code.
Okay.
All the people who perpetrated the war, they are so old people now. They die in one by themselves. What will we do?
Okay.
Thank you for the show.
Thank you so much. You know, it's an interesting conversation. The whole war crime code thing. When you open the line, some people will think that it's not even important anymore. No need for it.
Yes, but Fatu, I think it is important. You know, like I just mentioned, it is not just about whether we want to just establish a code. Maybe we just want to arrest people. Maybe we just want to take people to court. It is also about creating the condition that if I do something today, I will account for it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're talking about those people, some of them are old, you know, some are dying again. Even we the young people, we are in our 30s, 40s, and this and that. Yes, but what about the other children who will come even 50 years from now? If they read history and see that, Mr. X and Z waged war on the country, killed 250,000 people and nothing happened, then that means I can do the same. Yeah. So these are some of the issues. But if they read a history that these people went to court, some were convicted and went to jail for a lifetime, some of the destruction they did, their properties were confiscated and used by government to repair their damages, then they will say, well, no, then I can do the same because obviously I will face the punishments. So these are some of the issues.
Somebody stabbing somebody right now, it's not a different thing from somebody who murdered somebody, you know, during the war.
Exactly.
Right? So if you cannot punish somebody who murdered somebody during the war, and you want to, recently there was a guy who murdered I think one Princess Cooper. He was charged with murder. Okay, now he's going to face his his days in prison, right? He has been charged with murder. He's going to face prison. Then those who killed during the war are passing free. I mean, what's the difference? It's the same killing, right?
Exactly.
So if you say it should just be like that, we should just forget about it, then what are you saying about those who are committing the similar crimes right now? They should be let go too? Is that what you're saying? So we have our guest already. Thomas Bondo, he is with us in the studio. Thomas, good morning. Welcome. They play like a home, so I don't know if we should be saying welcome. Yeah. So welcome. So the studio again.
Yeah, Fatu. Obviously, welcoming Thomas Bondo in the studio at OKFN will be like welcoming fish in the water.
Okay. But you can bring the microphone to you and you know, at your convenience. Yeah. Okay. Today we're not talking drugs. You are so passionate about this drug thing. I think you said this right now that, you know, there have been some plans to address this issue of the fight against drugs.
Yeah, but Fatu, actually you know that the last time we came here, we said that the first emergency that the president announced, that was what I think audio emergency. And a lot of people from the government office that called me, oh, you say the president not working the fight against drugs. Obviously, we're not serious. And I found out the DA defeat them because they say this now because you understand when the president announced state of emergency, there are certain aspects of the law or constitution that has been suspended in order for citizen action to attack a certain person issue that posed says a national threat on the nation. So when the president announced that drugs addiction is a national emergency, I think it calls for citizens to move in, to take the matters very seriously.
Yeah.
They need to consult our citizens to actually be very kind and proactive, word of maybe beating or hurting on people, but grabbing those people, entering their homes, bringing all the drugs, and turning it over to the LDEA. So I commend those communities that have been in the fight, that have taken this matter very seriously. And we call on other communities to do the same. Because that's the only way we can help to mitigate the issues of illicit drugs in our country. Our young people are dying, Fatu.
Of course.
These days, about 4 to 5 young persons die only in Montserrat in the daytime. Just see what happened around the Logan Bill, where the LDA went to raid along with the police, and all of the youngsters jump in the river there. See what happened? See what happening? Yeah, so I think this
so
call for...
the Ministry of Health have placed a ban on shisha already. Is that a step in the right direction?
Yeah, definitely, because how people start. When you start taking that shisha, at a certain point in time, when you get addicted, when you're not getting the hit that you used to get from the shisha, then then you say, no, but it's not local papi now, let me move on. Then you start moving on to something more stronger. So that's a good step. But besides, we are also discussing the issue about the war crime code. Fatu, let me tell you something in Liberia. People are temporary patriot. What do I mean? People are temporary patriot. People will only see something to be bad or to be good when they are not in a position. Like for instance, the code of conduct that talks about government officials should resign when they're being appointed, when they're having political party position, right? Yesterday, a lot of our people, including Amos 12, Mon Ali, almost everybody that was in opposition, they saw it as very, 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 very evil for someone to be holding governmental position at the same time holding position at the political party level. But today, since they have come to power and all of in opposition, the Senate has been seen when you are holding government position and at the same time holding political party position. They see there's nothing wrong with it. They are happy doing it. Let me tell you something. In around 2013, when the people started working on this particular code of conduct, that particular aspect, our way, Honorable J. Gabriel Yinka back then, and Honorable J. Gabriel Yinka strongly opposed that. He said, but this particular law is biased. He said, we are lawmakers. We are also benefiting from the state resources. The money that we're going to be using on campaign, it is being paid by the Liberian taxpayer money. The vehicle that we're going to be using, it is being paid. So if you stop another man who is a minister or other appointed official because you don't want him to use state resources or you don't want him to leave the job, you say you are here to work for the people, but when the campaign time reaches, you will leave your job and you go out to campaign. Because one of the issues that is saying, they want you to focus on your job for the Liberian people. They don't want you to leave the job and you go focus on political campaign. So are they not doing the same? They have to be to the Capitol building, making sure laws are passed, making sure carry on the oversight responsibility, representing the people. But when it's time for campaign, they will leave their very offices. So I believe that Liberians, there are a lot of people who are temporary patriot. And I think when this country will develop, when this country will move forward, we should be real patriotic. We should be patriotic people. That's the reason for which Hope for Young People Incorporated now we have added a flagship program called the Leadership in Patriot School, We are dealing with students from the high school level because most of the big people and they are the ones that get in your country the way it is. Like before we say the old people, we need to say, excuse the Congo people. Not to be sentimental, we need to say the Congo people. But now everybody just doing the same thing. In fact, they put out there yesterday, they say they are better than they put out there today. So why may you think that since post-war Liberia, our country just like they are now in one sector that we can boast of to say since the war ended, what 20 years ago, or 20 some more years ago, yes, we can boast of this sector. This sector is doing well. This sector is doing good. This sector is doing great. We have not even been able as a nation to take our national budget to $1 billion. Since post-war, bro, with all of the resources. So where's the problem? Fatu, where's the problem? So thank you.
Thank you so much. So the University of Liberia entrance exams results has also been an issue a lot of people have been talking about. But first of all, let's talk about it. This is not the first time that a lot of people, too many people, fail the University of Liberia entrance examinations. What do you think is the cause of this?
So when it comes to the issue of the University of Liberia, I'm gonna first commend the president, Dr. Lady Empire. She's actually doing well when it comes to the administrative aspect. When it comes to transformation, Fatu, about 4 years back, the University of Liberia was running just a semester in a year. But the president took over this year. They have been going with 2 semesters. One regular, one vacation school, and about to enter into another semester. So it's almost like trimester a year. Because a lot of people, sometimes a lot of young people engage that want to go to school. When you encourage them to go to the University of Liberia, they say, no, that school can stay long. They say, that place can make people, but I think with this step of trimester, if you are really focused on your schooling, in 3 years' time, you can earn your bachelor's degree. So that's a serious step. And she's also tackling some other issues, some other corruption issues. She's also making sure that administratively, the university is being running fully and on course. But who could see before, when there was a protest, you understand that for 2 months, 3 months, I think we have been hearing some of these things there before that led to delay. But now she's using her leadership wisdom and skills to govern the university well. So I think that is employable. When it comes to the aspect of the infrastructure, I believe that national government needs to do well. Fatu, it breaks my heart to know that a lot of people who are serving in national leadership position today, they passed through the walls of the University of Liberia. But today, they cannot go back. They cannot come out to advocate funding. I'm a student of the graduate school pursuing my master in international relations, Fatu. The moment I stepped in the fence of the University of Liberia, going towards the graduate school, when I see the building, I become demotivated.
Why?
Because that building is a complete demotivation to education. Just take a look at the graduate school building. Just take a look at the graduate school building. See how the building looks there. I think the government need to do well. While we are building other ministry and agencies, we are building roads, yes. But if we do not focus on education, who are those people that are going to be maintaining all those things that we are investing in today? So we will be building road and the university break down. We'll be building other buildings until the university break down. We'll be building other ministry until the university break down. I think it is not fair. That is the nation premier university.
Okay.
When people out there, when you say, oh, I graduated from the University of Liberia, when somebody try to Google, somebody try to search for it online, when they see the building alone, they should understand, yes, this is a university that worth attending. But the learning environment is very, very unconducive.
Okay.
So I believe that the national government with the energy that Dr. Marka has to transform the University of Liberia, national government need to support Dr. Marka to ensure that the University of Liberia is also well on course when it comes to infrastructure development. So, to the issue, I heard a lot of people criticizing the University of Liberia for the massive failure in a just release entrance result. And I believe that those people were just being sentimental, or perhaps they were just giving their personal opinion on the issues. But I believe that the University of Liberia has nothing to do with the level of candidates, the amount of candidates that fail the entrance, or perhaps we're not given placement. Sometimes you don't say they fail too because it is the entrance and placement exam. So let's take for instance, you may not know how many students that the University of Liberia needs for enrollment at a particular academic year. They will not come out to tell you, but they will announce the entrance and placement date. And registration is open, and you go and register, right? So when you go to register at that particular point in time, they will accept you as many as
they can
take to read the entrance exam. So they will not stop you to say, oh, we need so amount of people, so we should. It is possible that you that are going to stop, you could be the best. So that's why they say entrance and placement exam. So for instance, the University of Liberia can win maybe about 2,000 persons, and maybe 20,000 persons can have the opportunity to go and register. So that's where the skilling come in. So the more people that will get good grade, the more you improve the skill to some level, because you need the best out of the 20,000 persons, for instance, right? You need the best out of the 20,000 persons. So at time, when you say this amount of people register and this amount of people fail the test, the people that pass are very minimum amount. So you gotta look at it. And let's take for instance, I was a classroom teacher for about 6 years.
Okay.
When the instructor administered a particular test, which of course he had been teaching, he prepared his own lesson plan, his objective, everything included, and he know what the student should know. And for instance, for about 6 weeks, you taught the students, you lecture them, and you want to administer a test. When everybody fails in the test, which means the instructor himself failed. When everybody fails, because it is impossible that you give 40% test where he said you have been taking your own time, you have been nurturing over the past time, you have been explaining the note to them with clarity and distinction. Then at the end of the day, everybody failed the test, which means you say you are a failure. But this case is different with the University of Liberia.
Okay.
The University of Liberia announced the entrance registration. People from various high schools across the country, from different even from different universities, they went and wrote the entrance. So at the end of the day, who's to be blamed? The University of Liberia is not at fault to say, oh, they have been the same people teaching these people, and the people failed the test. So they are not at fault. You came from a different high school. So who should we blame? Let's blame the school. Let's blame the parents. Let's blame national government for failing to invest in education, especially primary and secondary education in Liberia.
But so it does not mean these people are not going to school. They are going to school.
They are going. They are going. Going to school is one thing. And reaching the minimum mark to pass a test, that's another thing. Not everybody wear uniform and go to school. I need to tell my student about teaching. There are some people in the morning, they wake up, nobody in the community. So the only thing they want to do is to wear uniform and go to school. There are parents who are not also paying much attention to their children's education.
Okay.
Yeah, Fatu. There are parents who are not paying much attention. They are basically running after other things, not getting time for the children. That's the reason for which you see the last time you were discussing unprepared and teenage pregnancy. And I was just smiling because you were already making my day. That's one of our areas of focus. I hope for young people incorporated. So you should put things into place, prepare for the children that you are bringing or the child that you are bringing before you can start to bring them. Even Baby called it in the book of Genesis. Before God created man, he made sure that everything that man needed was was already created, right? So before bringing forward the child, make sure you are prepared to bring forward the child. Else, you'll just make that child be societal liability. That's the reason why I see a lot of young people are getting involved with just education today, because it starts from the home. Like the people say, charity begins at home and abroad. So the parents, they need to focus on the children's education, Fatu.
Okay. So you're saying it's not the fault of the university that
It can never
too
be.
many people fail.
It can never be the fault, Fatu.
So what do you think now can be done? Because this is not just an issue, today issue. We've been talking about these things for years now. What do you think?
And this is not the first time. I think around 2014, around the Ebola crisis, I call it Dr. Double, right, from LRA.
Yeah.
At the time he was the head, I think, for testing and evaluation, something like that.
Yeah.
And everybody failed the test. Everybody who sat that particular entrance that year failed. Yeah. So it's not the first time. So I believe that national government will have to invest more in education. We have to prioritize our priority. We can just want to do everything at the same time. We just want to do, when we say this particular
Which
year,
specific area you think need more attention
in the education
because
sector?
if you talk about the education sector in general, people will start to talk about infrastructure, people will start to talk about maybe teachers' capacity and different things. So in this case, what specific or which specific area you think need more investment?
So the first thing is that let's look at our curriculum. Okay. You know, in some school, people stay teaching Bramado and Konando. Yeah. People stay teaching about Bramado and Konando, that way back thing. So we have to first of all strengthen our curriculum. We have to align our curriculum with the developing world agenda instead of going back to that way back thing. That's the first thing that we need to do. That's the reason for which even the West, a lot of people feel in the West because we just take things from other countries and we impose it on our students to read the test. Why when you go to Nigeria, you go Ghana, Sierra Leone, the Gambia, people are learning from their own books. Yes. Align it with what? The development agenda of the globe. But we just take this arcade thing, the way back thing, we still teaching the children the same thing, which is completely wrong. So we gotta reverse our curriculum in line with pressing these issues. Yeah, I saw something from the Ministry of Education that they are bringing up 39 new subjects to be added to the WAS, so you can align it with your career path. I think that is applauding. Yeah, we may commend them for that, because people will have to go directly to their career objective and not doing a lot of things that may not benefit them. Everyone's job is no one's job. You can say someone will start in the morning time, someone will go up to 14 to 15 subjects again. Yeah, so that the person start to focus. When the person is in the senior high from 10 to 12, let it start to focus on subjects like these specifically with their career path. Then we'll give them more time to focus their knowledge and to pay attention on what they want to become for the future. But you can say the main 12 right now, they may have learned all those going to school, they may go to the 12 and say they must stay, continue on that same path, which is wrong, Fatu. So, like the brother said.
But what does that say about Liberian students? What does that say about the students themselves? You know, going to an entrance exam and you failed, like almost everybody failed.
It's a bad singular, but there is not strange. In 2012, when I was in the 12, I took a debate for that when Manaseri made a statement that our educational system
is a mess.
It's a mess. I was the student council government of the Liberal Christian Community College, the student council government president. But then, and we talk about the debate, our model has soon also the Osa War, telling the people that we know nothing in Liberia. But then, our model has the capacity, he has the resources to invest to make the educational system better. But since then up to now, what have been done? Nothing. If you keep building schools, let me tell you something. Today, when you go in some of these villages in town, you'll see abandoned projects, not only schools, but latrine. You'll see hospitals, you'll see different projects. Those quick impact projects that will carry on after the Civil War, because you know what? People They not align those developmental projects with the agenda of the people of those communities. You know, in development studies, you should first of all know the needs of the people. Because when you go, you build mansion in the particular area, when you put on the mansion, and end of the day, that mansion will just be there doing nothing for the people. It will be abandoned. We build latrine to where the people don't need latrine. The people will see the latrine and will go to the creek to defecate. So some of those things will be abandoned. So the library students themselves, they have to be focused on their education. Therefore, the issue of drug addiction, they shisha, people take that of social things. You see students as low as junior high level going to club, taking in shisha, going in the ghettos. All of those things serve as impediment to the academic journey. Because you can be a high school student, the time is okay to focus, to study your lesson, then you are in club. Parents also, they are not there to focus on you, to press on you, to ensure that you are doing the right thing, which is bad, Fatu. So the students themselves, some of us over the years will sacrifice, Fatu. I sponsor myself from elementary level. I face copper. I saw iron the run. I saw alley. I saw kerosene. Only to go to school. Little did I know the importance of education back then. I literally walked from Eastside Bannerville around the Bannerville market area to really to attend a visual chapel school. At the time I was just in 5th grade because my parents couldn't have afford to send me to any school around the Bannerville area. So I got a scholarship with Save the Children. So I have to walk, like the only school they post suggested. I have to manage, that time we're paying around $15, $20, $25 from Bannersville to go right there in bus or taxi. So sometimes we have to walk to go to school. So students need to pay more focus to their education, or else this country won't go anywhere. Or else we'll just be in the same cycle, the visual imperial cycle that will just be turning around doing nothing. We'll only be working for salary, but not to improve the country. That's how it will be there, because the government serve as a complete demotivation to education, Fatu. Government in, government out. The United Party government, when it came to power first, they were standard in giving positions. But now, everybody is just being appointed based on political patronage.
Okay.
Yeah. Only few persons you see going to the area of expertise. But there are certain people that should go to a certain area. They will not go to that area because they feel that area don't have money. So they will force to go on a commissioner, also on an agency that have serious financial benefit. The president who attend will just appoint people that don't even have first degree anywhere or don't have even expertise. So at the end of the day, when John Brown look at the trends of appointment in Liberia, the man said, well, no, there is no need to go to school. Let me go find one political party and I start to raise battle cry. I start to call somebody leader, teacher, mentor. At the end of the day, I will get my minister job. I will get my appointed job. Then I start living my life. So the man I got time to what that job is going to do is to impact, to transform the country. But it is better that we look for technocrat to appoint them to positions of trust that they will be able to perform than to appoint people who will just raise battle cry.
Okay.
Fatu, we can keep on this country like this. It is disheartening.
I was reading this let's say population review on IQs, countries with the lowest IQ, and 2025 and Liberia came the second, 45.7, countries with the lowest IQ. Nepal ranked the first and Liberia the second, followed by Sierra Leone. Do you think that also has to do with the high failure? What do you think?
Definitely, Fatu. That is just an evidence that the University of Liberia is not responsible for the massive failure in the entrance. That's just an evidence.
Once we were in this workshop, Alpha Sikbeni, he said he thinks it is even lower than that.
Yeah, it could be.
He said it's even lower.
Yeah, sure. It could be lower than that. Sure, it could be. But there's the thing. Now. And one of the reasons for which up to now our country is yet to get on a serious development path, Fatu, All of these things that we're doing around here, oh, we're healing this other government, we're healing that other government. We only doing it to please our political leaders. Not that they are doing well. Let me bold to you. If Liberia was a serious country, but now our national budget should be in at least 1.5 billion. That's what we should be discussing. But most of our revenue generator is being for across what you call recurrent expenditure. Okay. Pay salaries, bar stationaries, pay for the other services. That's all. But up to now, we are still running what? Behind donors, behind foreign partners. You know, as a student of international relations, I got broken down when I saw our on the president official Facebook page when he posted with one mayor from Japan, and the people were proudly posting it. Mayor from Japan is now a president counterpart. So if a mayor from Japan and our president took a photo together or they had a discussion, it's a privilege for the mayor, because globally all states are equal. That's the reason why when you go to the United Nations General Assembly, it is being alphabetically arranged. So if your country is in A, you give them the chance to speak, and the next country in B, C, just like that. So they say the last country is a big country, so come to the top first. So all countries are equal. So from Major from Japan should be discussing with Major John Cherry Safar of Monrovia City, or Major Bestman. Then they are counterpart, right?
Okay.
Because we are not making maximum use of our resources. So every time we bring ourselves down to other countries across the globe, only because we want to seek favor. But those favors that we want to seek, if we really strong, we localize our economy, you understand, like, bro, we move faster than we think on what? Depending on foreign ills. We'll be denigrating our country.
Okay, Thomas, let's take few calls, and we have 10 minutes to go. 0777 700 995. 0778-594-595. Let's hear you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Fatu, and good morning to your studio guest this morning.
Okay.
I'm Emmanuel Fire calling from Sinker. I listened to him keenly. There are things that he says, yes, that we need to work on, like the educational sector. But my brother, let me make you to understand, all countries are not equal. There are bigger countries, there are smaller countries in the international ranking. That's why you see, even the United Nations Security Council, they have 5 prominent members. And we have 15 non-prominent members. So non-prominent members don't even make decisions that can stand its ground. So get that clear. So the president meeting with a mayor of Japan is a privilege for the mayor of Japan. But he also met with the prime minister of Japan, and they discussed bilateral issues.
Okay.
So for that, the president scored again for us. I just want to make you know.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. We have to be swift. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
How you doing there, Fatu?
I'm fine. Let's hear you. What's your name?
I'm Kamara, calling from the show.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm monitoring the show. I want to appreciate your studio guests. And I just have a few comments to make.
Okay.
The first comment is, what was the skill for UL for the test they just gave for the 20,000 persons? What was the skill? The next thing is,
yes, we expect him to know the skill.
Yeah, the skill for the maximum point to pass. So
but you expect him to know that? Do you expect him to know that?
Yeah, the skill, not the skill. The maximum point to make a pass.
Okay. You answer.
Okay. The next thing is, I don't want to hold you liable for failure, right? Because most of our students came from different schools, different learning institutions. And I guess it's really prepared to take a test. Because when I took the entrance in 2000, and they have a scale for all to pass. The reason I asked for the scale of maximum point is you can't say because you have 20,000 and the final point should be 80, when nobody you don't make 80, somebody made 90, you have to make 90. You should have a specific point to say 70 or 90 is a maximum point to make and make a pass. But when you have 20,000 students, they say somebody who wants about 25,000 person make about 80 average, so everybody should make 80 average. And maybe below 70, then you fail. That's one point I want to make.
Okay.
And the students are going to most of them from US school. They are not studying. You can't hold the government for that. You can't hold government for that. You go to school, you should study. And so one day, what I will Don Bosco, when the semester ended, they didn't want to pity her daughter for failing. You have a daughter in February, for example. You didn't take the girl up to the ending of the semester. And the child say you beat the child. And then you are saying stay in the house.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being there and monitoring the show.
Okay, thank you too. Let's take few. Good morning.
Good morning, Fatu.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Maurice Yase, and I'm joining from West Point.
Okay, Maurice.
You see, Fatu, when I see our government officials are looking outside for Liberia to get developed, looking for support, also sometimes it baffles me. The point is that, Fatu, I got a video where an ATM terminal train, it got close to 100 buckets with iron ore passing. When you see it, you will see watching that bucket passing close. You remember 15 to 20 minutes seeing that one train passing. That's a natural resource. Look, Liberia cannot be developed by outside of no aid. No amount of aid can develop the country, Fatu. No amount of aid can develop the country. What can develop the country is for Liberia to now start seeing our own natural resources as an opportunity to develop our country. Let's take our eyes from outside and focus on our resources. Go to Pierre Martin. Go see the amount of gold that going every Thursday with chop up. We all Liberia knowing exactly how many amount of gold living in this country. So let's forget about outside. Go meet with Selemia, go meet with Tanchi, go meet with Kanchi in Japan. That was a time.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's take this one. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I think there's a problem with our MTN, our Lone Star line. But you can call us on 0777 700 995 0555 995 995. Let's take this caller here. Good morning, caller. Good morning.
Thank you for the topic. I'm Jeffrey Mambia from Johnsonville.
Okay.
You see, before we do what the mayor just let the land said, before we do it, going to Japan, meeting with the city mayor, it is not bad. One guy mentioned it, the stereo guest. You see, the mayor met with the prime minister before meeting with the city mayor. Even if you are grown-up man, you are older man, and you see something that little boy have that you need, you got to go and let him know. There's a reason why the old man went there to negotiate with him, that he need for him to help develop the city that we have, because the city mayor not with him. So he himself got to go there for it. You see, what president travel for is to negotiate with people, whether you small, whether you big, they got to negotiate with you to bring the idea that you use to develop your area, to bring it back to their home.
Okay.
You see?
Thank
and
you.
those are the point that those people can go out for. So you can't go there again, you there already, then you say, oh, let me go before they say the mayor can negotiate. No. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you so much too. We have to go back to Thomas. Thomas, you listen to the callers. I'm not sure we can take any more. You can just respond to them.
Yeah, so like Fire said that all countries are not equal. All countries are equal in the international ranking. The issue is that it left with how you will choose to run your country and the value that you will add to your country. That's how make your country to be as it is. So if you make your country as an underdog if officials of a particular country prioritize corruption over national development, over investing in the economy. At the end of the day, your country won't go anywhere further. Then you have to go to start begging around to ensure that you keep your government running, which of course your resources can do just that. You see, the people are having problem with Donald Trump, but I appreciate Donald Trump for putting America first. For putting America first, I appreciate Donald Trump making America be the number one country, because he has love for his country. He's a patriot, so he wants to see his country at its best. Who tell you that we can do the same here? We can do the same here. What we need to do is that we stop. Most of these people are operating. Especially people that are doing the mining. We are not understanding what they are doing. Let's send our own people. Let our own people go and get the requisite skills and knowledge to come back to monitor them. Like the brother said, some of the people, they take sometimes tons of gold and iron ore from Liberia. Nobody know where they are carrying it. Nobody know the amount, because we just don't know what they are carrying. We only focus on the local things that will get to our government, and in fact the citizens will not benefit. Few people will just squander it, and other people will carry on corruption, which is bad for the country, which is bad for the nation. And we cannot keep running this nation like this. We cannot keep running the country like this. So I see no boast in it for a president of another country to go and meet or set a major. Then we're breaking about it. How many times we have even, because anything that will happen, you already meet the prime minister. Anything that will happen to affect Liberia, or that positive or negative, it should come from the prime minister. It should come from the prime minister, not one city major. So that's the issue.
Okay.
So I believe that we should localize our economy. We should invest in our youthful population. We should ensure that this nation move to another level. Instead of just let pay key attention to key things, let's prioritize other things. Let's forget about corruption. Because if we keep corrupting, anybody come there, you only come for me, my family, at the end of the day, you'll be in danger in the future generation that are to come. And the country won't develop. I still seeing that Liberia, our prospect of development is still far.
Okay, Thomas, we have to go. You have to wrap up.
So thank you again for the invite. Again, the name is Thomas Tamabono. And then we say thank you for following. All of your input are taken into consideration. And I will leave you with this. Don't blame the University of Liberia for the massive failure in the entrance examination. Parents, students, communities, members, the government, our international partner, we should all focus on our educational sector. If this country will develop, we need educated people to move it forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thomas Tamba Bondo has been our guest. We go for this short break and usher in our second guest. Keep tuned, don't touch your dial. The more you tune, the better it gets. When they were coming, they said they were liberators, but when they gained their grounds, they changed their minds. That it was not using a different thing that they were up to. Marka.
Yeah.
Have you seen it before?
Now, OPS now.
So our second guest is already in the studio. Marka, you just introduce him.
Yes, so we are hosting the leadership of the All Retired Citizens Association of Liberia. This group was established to advocate for persons who, or should I say, former workers, both from the private and public sectors. And they recently had their first national convention in Marka County. But today they've come to talk more about what the institution is about, what they hope to achieve with their advocacy, and moreover, the induction of the Board of Trustees. So we expect to have the chairman, Reverend Kaifa here shortly. Currently we have the Director for Welfare, Mr. Joby Sie, who is in studio with us. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Welcome. Your first time in our studio.
Thank you very much. This is my first time. I want to thank God. Thank you for all of you.
Okay.
And I want to say this radio station is imparting the lives of the Liberian people. It takes hard work. May God bless you people.
Wow.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you. But tell us a little bit about yourself just before we can come to the All Retired Citizens Association of Liberia.
Thank you. My name is Joby Sie. I am 65 years old. I worked for the Liberian government for many years. Then later with the SRC, the Sala Rubber Corporation, Wiala.
Okay.
Then later I was retired. I'm a classroom teacher. I've been in the classroom for some 43 years.
Okay. Give us a little history about how this whole ACOT thing was founded.
Thank you very much, my brother. To start with, we will say the starting of our Social Security. From Samuel Doe time, this association came to being 1986 to be exact, maybe I stand to be corrected, and they start subtracting from the employees 1988. Okay? And according to the decree of the law establishing the Social Security, it was to give the beneficiaries 3 different schemes. 1, the pension scheme. 2, the employment insurance scheme. 3, the welfare scheme. But I tell you, yes, we receive small thing as pension. Yes, we receive people that got injured on the job, unable to work, they get something. But when it comes to the welfare, it's completely zero. Now, probably the welfare that I'm speaking of is maybe when the pensioner die, the wife or the children get benefit, probably that is the welfare. But we feel it is better to be living, to enjoy what you work for, than to die before you can enjoy it. We say that is unacceptable. It's not good for us at all. As you may know, when one crosses the age of 50, the immune system is weak. Sickness from here, there, and comes your way. It will go to the hospital, nothing. It will pass on, nothing. Then where is the welfare aspect? Knowing all of those and the pains and agony will go through day by day from the hands of our people that call themselves helping the old people. I mean, what we are getting is pushing us to our early grave. Take for instance, there are some pensioners that earn as low as 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, and 10,000. Looking at the situation in Liberia today, can one live on that type of money? The answer is no. So in other words, you're pushing us to our graves. So with all these things, we have been praying until one Reverend Kafatier said enough was just enough. It is time that we'll come together and speak with one verse so that the people will know that we are hurt. So it is for that reason he thought of having us together, and we formed this association. We went to Margibi County and had the election, and there I was elected and others were elected. We have delegates from all around Liberia that went to that convention and were elected to help our people.
Well, that is great. So,
how many are you now? Let's talk about how many are you, because both from the private, public sector, it sounds like a very big group. How many are you now?
Seriously, we don't have the statistic, but I believe we are around 60 to 70,000 across the country.
How does one become a member of this group?
You just come and register with us. That's all.
Okay.
Now let's talk about what are your mode of advocacy. What specifically do you want?
Thank you very much. We want to be treated as senior citizens of this country. We want to be treated like human beings. We want to be treated like elderly people. Mind you, we are brown leaves. And those people that are treating us that way, they are the green leaves. But they finish forgetting that that green leaf will turn brown one day. They finish forgetting that that green leaf will turn brown leaf tomorrow, and they will be like us. So what we are opting for is give us our just benefit.
Okay.
Yeah, so we just saw the chairman. Yeah. We just arrived. Thanks for coming, even though you are slightly late.
Oh yeah, the traffic put me down.
Okay.
It's so good up here.
So like we started, Mr. C just gave us some brief history of his own work that he did before retiring. We'll just do the same thing with you.
Yeah, first and foremost, I want to say a big congratulations to this institution. You have done a magnificent work.
Okay.
And we are very delighted to be here in your gathering this morning to express our interest as it relates to the upliftment and the aspiration of the retirees or the pensioners, as you may call it. We are here this morning to propound to the public that indeed the interest of the retirees is our paramount objective. It's our main aim and objective to accomplish that which was never done before in the past, because our people have been marginalized, they have been suppressed, and there's a need to have all organized and bring the truth to reality so that people will be liberated. And this is why we are here this morning.
Just give us small history of your own work,
Oh, well, okay. I've been in the advocacy of human rights and other things to see how down we can come to our people. I first started my work with internal affairs when I entered Monrovia from Sando County.
Okay.
And I've been in the community farming department as administrative assistant. But then people see the need, and I really love that, and I became the president for Ministry of Youth and Sport Worker Union. And then when I migrated to Youth and Sport again, there was never anything. People come for insurance those days. The minister will determine which insurance company you should go to. They make everything, and I realized that it was not right, because every individual, you have a fundamental right to decide and determine what's best for you. And I began to push the line, and therefore, at that time, I was elected again as president for the Ministry of Youth and Sport, June 14, 2004.
Okay.
And I became the president for the workers. Up to the time I got retired, I remained president because I have the dream to stand for the truth and nothing for the truth, and the people have confidence in me. And after I got retired, realizing that there was no leadership put in place that would stand there and speak for the people, I found it necessary again to mobilize the workforce of past regime that have been retired, so that we can form ourselves into an institution, and that institution is called All Retired Citizen Association of Liberia, that include both government and private institutions. There's no discrimination. And so domestic workers and all, we include them into our formation. And this is how we came into being. Realizing all of these things, because you have to be very mindful having an organization of this step, because it's a big organization that to include all former representatives, they are being retired, including even the vice president and the president. Just a few days ago, we listened over here that the chief justice have been retired. These people, they are members of this institution. And so running this institution as head, we need to do all the legal documents so that our ability will not be questioned.
So once you are retired, you automatically become a member of the association?
Yeah, automatically you are a member of this great institution.
So how do people go about formalizing that?
This is why now we trying to have we first have our induction. Our convention was held in Marka County, and then we were endorsed into offices as officials of the institution. And then now, by tomorrow, God being our Father and the Creator and being on our side, tomorrow is our induction of the trustee board. And these are some of the things we want to put in place so that whoever that will come into the system now, you're being there as legitimate institution and legitimate people with the right. So then now the registration is open. It's not about payment of fees. We are open to everybody, so this is why we are here.
Yes, so before going to the induction of the board, let's talk more about issues affecting former workers that prompted the formation of this. What are the basic or the key issues affecting former workers in the country which, prompted you establishing this association?
When it comes to issue as it relates to retirement, we have three categories. First, we have the employment scheme, we have the injury scheme, and we have the welfare. And then with all of these things, there are our benefits that we need to have. Mm-hmm. Even for you to receive your letter of retirement, there are processes you have to go through. We believe before they retire Mr. Joblo, then it means that the office have done every necessary work regarding all protocol that regarding your retirement. But sometimes they will give you the retirement letter, and it will take more than 3 to 4 months before they can call you to bring your ID card. And after you have done that, then it takes another 2 to 3 months before you can say, go to the bank and choose. This protocol, we find it difficult because I believe that before you retire me, then it means that you have put all my mechanisms in place. You handle my letter to me, I get my retirement benefit, you handle my letter to me. There's no need again, I have to wait for another 1 year before my name can go through the process. And so these are the things. So we realize that it's just that no one there to advocate on our behalf. This is why they're playing all of this game on us. But now we have been established as an institution. So we don't think that all the hurdles and other things will hold all down again, because we have to stand for the people, and just for the people is our interest.
So just besides maybe conducting radio interviews or maybe going to programs amongst yourselves, what kind of engagement do you intend to use to ensure that you can get your goals accomplished? Because obviously you have the NASCOP, you have the various institutions that you worked with and all of that.
To popularize the institution, what we have put in place, first and foremost, by next month we'll have our county tour. Now we have to engage our stakeholders so that we get a support. The government is not, and let me make it clear here.
You get money for county tour?
Yeah, God will provide.
Very good.
God will provide. Let me say this: being a retiree, it does not mean you have been rejected from the society. Okay. We have the NASCAR, we have the government, and they are the forerunner to direct us where we go and how we go there and how we do get there. Mm-hmm. We believe that they have an internal strategy to marginalize us, but we feel that your hand cannot be in the leper and you begin to fight back. And so we have to approach them professionally as administrators and see how best we can get to them and have a roundtable conversation. We are also planning to meet with the President, His Excellency Joseph Boakai, because we believe that he was one of the progressive, and so he knows the plight of the common people, and especially old folks. So we feel that there's a room for us to open a dialogue and sit down around the table. Our people, they are not getting their equal benefit as people of this nation, because when you are working with government, there are three categories that happen to you. You either be dismissed, and when you are dismissed, it means that totally you will be deprived of your retirement benefits. So it means that when you are on job, you have to be very careful to be committed to the rules and policy of that institution. So at the end of the day, you'll be retired. The second stage is death. If death comes and you pass, and then your family go to the ministry, after 3 months to get a salary, it's all finished. And so these three categories, now you will be very careful when you are being employed not to be even served a letter of warning, because you know at the end of the day you want to be retired to get a retirement benefit. And when you don't die and you reach the third stage, which is retirement at the age of 60 or 65, then it means that you have been now endorsed into the system. And so when you cover all of these protocols, the other stages I just named, then it means that your retirement should not be delayed for any reason, because you acted very faithfully and you behave and you serve all your bosses and everything. You pass the test before reaching retirement stage. So when we have now reached to this stage, we think that there should not be any protocol to prevent us to be deprived of our benefit and our entitlement. And so what we are doing now is, I tell you, we'll have over 65,000 retirees. And as I speak, there are other processes now, they are processing some other members of our institution to be retired. Just recently, our lands, mines, and energy, they retired about 12 persons. These 12 persons, they are part of us. And so getting to the interest of our people, we think it is now time that somebody should speak that it was never done yesterday. It doesn't mean that it will never be done today or tomorrow. Now is the time and the season. We are calling on our people to rally around us so that this call will be a historical event that no one will be left out, especially the retiree or pensioners, so that we can work together and make a change.
Okay. So now this is a big group, and you have a group, like you said, the former president and vice president are now members of the group. You have people who they have been wealthy people. They have enjoyed life. They've had all of the monies, and you have people in the group who were making just something small just to sustain themselves in their family. How do you reconcile people who had all of the wealth? A lot of people say those who call for retirement benefits, like former president or, for, like you said, former chief justice, these people have been enjoying, they get money. What's in the want again? They not enjoy the country that other people enjoy. Then what kind of retirement benefits they want? And you also have people who were making very small, very little in your group. How do you reconcile this?
Thank you.
Well, if you listen to, I don't want to go too far in politics. But I think the former vice president or excellency, Madam Joy Taylor, yes, few months ago she was crying over there. She was crying that our benefit was not forthcoming. You see that? And so if she will cry at that level, then what you think about the least person? And so this is why we decided that this institution is open, so that we will have dialogue with our people. Like we go to NASCAR, we sit with them. We go to CSA, we sit with them. We call on the president, we sit with the president, and see how best we can find a common ground. Because some of my people, they take on salary for now, it's 1,500, 2,000. Can you imagine? And so these things, we must bring them to life so that people will know that it's not all, rosy.
USD?
LD, Liberian dollar. If I'm getting 1,000 or 5 USD, then why is the need I come here this morning? I was speaking to you. If I call my salary, you never believe it.
Somebody will say, well, at least you should bring it. Those people, those BB people, and who now already enjoy government, they get all the BB money, and they're not supposed to be part of the whole retirement business.
No, but we don't
How
have
do you advocate for somebody who enjoy more than the other people?
Okay, let me come in. It's a big blanket, and we don't want to segregate because someone say, "Oh, because I'm a higher ups," the people say I should not be. No, your ideas will also help us. We know that you have everything, but there's something we want from you. Sometimes you advise us. Sometimes you will say something for the downtrodden. Sometimes it is a time that God will speak to your heart to speak for those that are down there. So we don't want segregation. Whether you have or you don't have, you are a member. Yes. And to tell you how the people are really pushing us to our early grave. Our lawmakers pass a law. They call it decent work bill. And we call that send the pensioners to their early grave. What do I mean by that? Now, if I owe you work for an entity, you pay your premium. You pay your correct premium. That means after you have reached pension age, you ought to benefit from Social Security. Now, the entity you work for, you spend all your whole time, your lifetime to, they will not give you a cent. They send you to Social Security. Why send me there? I need to go there because there I pay my premium. But how about the entity I work for? I should not get nothing. That's the law our people pass. You can't pass law to hurt your people. You can't pass law to kill us. Pass law to make us happy. We feel that law is bad, that law is wicked, and it is inhuman. Because one day, they too will get old. One day, their father, their mother will get old. And what goes round comes round. It's a very bad law. I want to speak on that.
Do you also consider, I know it's a blanket group, but do you also consider how those who are members of a group served when they were actively working? How they served? What are some of the things they did? If they were bad, if they were corrupt people? Because I'm just looking at, how do you advocate for these people, and how does the government or maybe the country as a whole accept or view your advocacy? You're advocating for somebody who maybe somebody perceive as a criminal or somebody who stole, only because they are retired now, they need their money, and they're part of your group, you're going to, or the person was a corrupt person,
Thank you very much. According to the law governing this country, nobody is a rogue until you have been convicted. So, in Liberia today, as soon as someone says that person is corrupt, everybody say, "Oh yeah, that's true, the person is corrupt." We believe in the justice system. When the person is taken to court, and we know the person is corrupt, the person is this, person is that, then we know the person is corrupt. Then we know how to treat them that way. But so long that person has not been convicted by the court, we can't just say the person is this, the person is that, because it is a court that determines.
Oh.
And to just buttress what he just said, who determines who is guilty?
The court.
It's the court. So, reaching the age or the time put in place according to the Constitution for you to be a retired person, it registers to us that indeed nothing you've done at all. You passed the test. Just as I said, dismissal. So if you're a corrupt person at your working site, you ought to be dismissed or suspended. That you be deprived from your immunity. And so the person was never dismissed. That's why maybe a corrupt person, but we found out that no proof. And in as much that you are being retired, it means that you scored a mark to qualify you as an retiree. And so there is no objection for us to determine who was corrupt at the time when they were working and why they should not give them dismissal and allow them to be retired as much as you are being retired. we consider you automatically as a full-fledged member. And so we are speaking this morning, all the 15 counties and stations that are connected to OKFM in the other rural part of Liberia. We are calling all the retirees to stand up and rally the support for us. And we are inviting them to come tomorrow on the 23rd of August, 2025 at St. Philip High School by 11:45 to 12. Ghannaville, beyond supermarket. We are calling on them in and out of Liberia that are listening to us. We need your support. We need your support. I'm glad this morning, one of our strong members just called me this morning. Just called me this morning and said, Reverend Tier, you being the chairman for all of us, but I want us to rally around so that we can have our office before the end of this month. And see that what happening now? God is monitoring our effort with sincerity that we are committed to the cause of our people to liberate them. So if somebody will call from America, somebody will call from Liberia, someone will come from the community and say, yes, indeed, I see the truthfulness in this institution. And therefore, I want you to get on your feet to find an office space where when you are seated and call for conference and call other people, they will listen to you that you are not a pocket institution. And so we are making progress.
Is it just your benefits you want, or you're calling for support from maybe other institutions or organizations? What kind of support do you
Okay,
want?
fine. Thank you. When you talk about support, do you know that many of our members, they're not doing anything? We can establish a loan scheme to give loan. We want to have contact with international community. Right here in Kenya, I just had a communication with the worker union. They heard the information about us establishing this. And so it's not limited to having an institution like this and just sit down supinely, but we open avenues where we can help our people.
To buttress what he just said, some of our colleagues are so old they can't even move. Some of them are so sick. How do we help them? How do we help them? Some of them are right now so hungry, no food, because what they're giving them, they call it a pay. It can't even take them home. And I tell you, the problem is really there.
Are you calling for just the benefits, or maybe an increase in the pension?
Thank you. Thank you. What is the welfare aspect? I don't know. But right, in my mind, if our all depends so aged, I believe they ought to get some medical benefit for little or nothing. What's the welfare benefit? Oh, once you die first, they say, okay, since you die, then we'll give something to your children, we'll give something to your... Is that a welfare aspect? We say no. We say no.
You talk about increasement of our benefit and other things. Let me just say to you in this forum, we'll have our induction to legitimize our institution and our status. It was held in Marka County on the 28th of June. We had a guest speaker, Bishop Doyen. One of the statements he made, the least salary of an employee is $1,050 million. It means sending somebody to the other grave. What can 1,000 take you? And my daughter, you as a lady, you can go to the market. $1,000 is just a dry rice. And so from there, when government heard the information, and NASCAR heard the information, within the twinkling of an eye, they increased us across the board, according to them, about $50 US. So, for example, you were making 100.
Is that a recent decision?
I'm coming to that.
Okay.
Meaning that when you are getting $100 US, then that $50 will be added to get $150. When we are making 5,000 Liberian dollar, that 5,000 now we turn into 6,000 or 7,000 or 10,000. Okay, so but the decision when they have it executed, this is what happened. They have selected group to get that benefit. So, but we say, okay, in as much that they have been said, and they have been said already, let us see how best we can hold them to the world so that it will go across the world. The board, that every member, every retired person will get the total increment. But just to our utmost surprise, they gone July pay. They took the money away.
From those who were receiving it?
I'm telling you, they took the money away and said they were just using it as a Christmas gift.
No, their anniversary is there.
Okay, fine. and so, you see now, this is where we need to come in. Where the money will be sitting before.
Mm-hmm.
Where were the money before? Over the 25 to 50 and 100 years that Liberia had now, and you have never had any increment, only to come and give people and you take it back. So now it creates a major division in our institution.
In also the family.
As we are speaking to you now, it's a major decision that our people are threatening all that if we are able to, we must give up. How will people come and play on our intelligence? But my daughter, I want to tell you this morning.
But was it?
Yeah.
Yes. Let me just ask, because was it announced as increment, or it was mentioned that we are doing this in celebration of our anniversary?
No, sir.
It was
no.
never being announced that way. They told us open it.
There where the problem is. If at all they could just tell us, we will give you this increment for 1 month for our anniversary whatsoever, and it will not continue, it's fine. Okay. But this has caused serious problem in our homes, because our wives, our children, our grandchildren saw the money, and later they can't see it any longer. You say this, they say no, grandpa carry the money elsewhere, and I tell you, it's causing serious problem in many homes, including my home, because my wife told me, no, bring the money. Where's the money? Where is the money? So you can't do good. You can't do good to kill me, to put me in serious stress with my family. Mm-hmm. You was to inform me. All the pensions of Liberia, Social Security have their number, their cell number. You could call me, or you could send a message to my phone. Fine, but you can't put me into problem because you say you're doing me good. You are sending me to my grave, because stress will come, problem will come. I'm the old man. I don't want problem. So we just beg the authority of Social Security. They are human beings. They should think and give us that money back.
And restore the $50.
Restore whatsoever they put there. They should bring it back, because it's causing problem. Tell us this money we're giving you, we'll take it at this point, at that point. You don't do that, it'll cause problem in our home.
Just before we can take the calls, let's look at the induction coming up tomorrow, like you mentioned. Who are those you're going to be inducting, or you want to tell us what the makeup of the board?
Okay. Thank you. Though I will be inducted tomorrow into the various offices, we have Bishop Nimlen Jabokan Doyen, the Independent Catholic Church of Liberia. He will be endorsed into office as chairman of the board of trustees for this great institution. The Bowie Foundation, Lehman Bowie Foundation, is the co-chair to this advisory board of trustees. Councillor Tiawan Se Gonglo is the legal instrument for this great institution. The Female Association,
Female Lawyers Association,
Female Lawyer Association of Liberia, is also an executive member on the board, and as well as other personalities that will have to serve on this board. And so tomorrow...
Were they rating and they consented?
Indeed, we visited their offices, we served them letter, and they are waiting to come. I met the Awangonglo office. Yes, he will fully be there. We met the Female Lawyer Association. Yes, they will be there. You know, the bishop himself will be there. The Yeman Bowie will be there. And we are hoping that the president will bring a great change into the movement, what we hope to achieve. Somebody, you know, yesterday we appeared over the radio station, Freedom, and we also lamented on what we just saying. And they said, oh, but Taiwan is a politician, so maybe do other things one way or the other. We said, no. In fact, by birth, every humankind, you are a politician by yourself. And so you cannot exclude anyone from politics, but this is our focus and our dream. We are only here to seek the interest of the retirees.
Non-political.
Non-political. So this is why we always approach the issue professionally. Like we said, NASCAR gave her $50 and they took it back. We not use violence. We approach them professionally, get to their various offices, and ask the president or the manager and say, these are the cries of our people, these are the plight of our people, these are the concerns of our people. Can we find a common ground? So we will not get on the street for demonstration.
No, we are too old for that.
And so we will not get on the street for demonstration, but we use our professional method, and so that they will see reason. Because if you are a leader, you must learn to listen to the people, and the people's voice must be your decision as a leader.
Especially your fathers.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we can open the phone lines so that others can be a part of the program. 0777 700 995. We are having some problems with our Lone Star line. You can call us on 0778 594 595 as the alternative line. Let's take this caller. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm fine. Let's hear you.
Okay, this is Halala Koklo, and I'm calling somewhere around from the Congo town on my way to work, but I'm so interested into this discussion, so I decided to place the call and make my contribution.
Okay.
So I want to say thanks to the team in studio, and thanks for taking this bold step, you know. Actually, the issue about retiree benefit in this country has been this whole thing is very, very, very much discouraging to even young professionals that you are encouraging to work and build systems. I will tell you, like one of the panelists there said that the falling of an old leaf is a warning to the new leaf. And I speak to you as a director. I currently work as a civil servant and a young folks, yes, but I mean, the manner in which I saw a few of our elderly professional, you know, was retired sometime last year. It put tears in my eye, and I'm like, what? You mean people that serve system for 20, 25 years, put all of their time, even though, despite the fact that Labrador have not reached to where we want it to be, but these people serve this country, they have made impact. I mean, these guys were retired just like ordinary car loaders and put up there that cleaning streets. It put me into me. What's the benefit? So what's the assurance that we giving to young professionals to tell them, say, look, sacrifice, put in your time, work, be dedicated, because there are things up there for you that you need to target. Retirement. Okay. Yeah, and this is bad. Sorry, before I close, all right? We keep saying this issue of how to control corruption in the country. And this is one of the means that is really, really, really exacerbating the issue of corruption in our system, because nobody has shown off what is ahead of them.
Oh, okay.
So people are not patient, and people are not even waiting to be dedicated to services because they don't trust. There is no system, my sister. There is no system, even at the level of CSA.
Okay.
People give people benefit based on payday. Why would people be paid when one leader come and payday condition they add up? When the other come and cut off? Why can't we set a system?
Okay, thank you. Let's
so
take
I want to
another call.
encourage them, and we will.
Good morning.
Good morning, Fatu.
Oops. Good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, I want to tell people it's the guest is studio thanks. At least our fathers brothers and those that work, and today they just retired and no benefits, and some of them they dash them, some of them ain't getting their money, they ain't getting their required retirement benefit. So for this organization to come in being to begin to speak for them, it is a very good thing, and I hold the whole one together. But just in case somebody want to make contribution, which one is cell number they can call or they can contact.
Okay. They'll call the numbers later. 0777 700 995 0555 995 995. Sorry. Let's take this call. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Yeah, this every model.
Yeah.
Yeah, my question goes so. Anyway, thanks for being here for a good platform. My question goes so. How about those who want pay off benefit and have not reached the age for benefit? And because it happened in American administration. American program, some of us work for 22 years. We are now reaching the age of 65. And you pull down. So what would be what becomes the beneficiary of us? Pay you off. And see what the policy no one said pay you off. He went there, the train said no. That is not a policy. You gotta go through the policy of Justice Ministry, SYZ. But you have not done that. Get paid off, and what becomes our benefit?
Okay. All right, thank you. Let's take this one here. Good morning.
Good morning, Fatu, and good morning to my fellow librarians in and out of Liberia.
Go ahead.
My name is Stephen Ray Wilson, and I'm phoning from New Georgia Estate. All right, thank you, Fatu. Thank you always to you and the OKFM family for bringing us up to speed to what is unfolding in Liberia. However, I've just called to make this short input. Fatu, relative to benefits of civil servants, I think the legislature is very selfish.
Okay.
They are selfish in the sense that they have made and set aside some laws in their favor. When they resign or they are not voted into power, they still stand a chance to benefit from the legislature. Unlike the ordinary people who work at various institutions that sacrifice immensely, put their lives on the line for the betterment of this country, unlike them, there are no just benefit for these people. So it puts you in a position that if you are a civil servant, it places you that tomorrow if you are retired, there's nothing like benefit. Even the NASCOM, the National Social Security Corporation, people are not even getting their benefits effectively. Okay. But when it comes to the lawmaker, every month, their incentive, their benefits are there. Some serve just for 6 years, some serve just for 9 years, but yet they are still benefiting. Unlike our ordinary people who serve for 40, 30 years in public service, they have nothing to count on as a retirement benefit.
Okay.
Thank you for the program. It's so enlightening this morning. I just got to make this input. Thank you, Fatu.
Okay, thank you. Let's hear you. Hello, caller. Hello? Hello? This person has been on the line for a while. Good morning. Okay. You're not ready? 0777 700 995 0778 594 595. Let's hear this caller right here. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Fatu.
Yes, good morning.
This is Gloria from New Georgia.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to say thanks to our fathers in studio. And I think this is a smart move. But I wanted to know whether they are going to advocate also for a dignified, pension. And then I heard he said something. I think he talked something about loan. Are they going to go into all of those things, business-wise, like loan, farming, transportation? It could be anything that will raise something else, to help them. So I need to know that too. Thank you.
Thank you. 0777-700-995, 0778-594-595. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, I'm Emmanuel Bowen calling from Georgia.
Okay.
If I could understand your topic you are discussing, you are talking about benefits for workers, right?
Yeah.
My sister is a sad thing. Just that many of you, the journalists, I'm sorry to say, you need to do a survey. The reason why the country is not excelling because government or private, or most of the people are denying the benefit when they have retired. There are ugly things in our country, and the court is a cause for some of these things. You have, if you do a survey, you have Python, you have Coca-Cola, you have FDA workers. They are not getting a benefit even to NTA. So there is a sad thing. The only thing that those that in authority, like the president, the president, they are the ones. But most of the people do not get a benefit, and it's a bad thing in our country.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you too. Let's hear this one. Good morning.
Good morning, Sis Fatu.
Good morning. Let's hear
And
you.
good morning to your guest. I'm David Harrison Akwa from Benson Street.
Okay.
So I would say hats off and thank God for you guys in studio advocating for retiree benefit and other welfare benefits. I hope you guys will be unbending, unwavering, and strong in this advocacy because in this country, in our country, like bro, this is one of the primary or basic issues we have. People work over the years when they are retired from even the private or public sector. They don't have that benefit. People do not want to pay them anymore. And that is where you see people derailing fast in going down, being sick, and all the rest of things. Because when you work over the years, when you are retired, that benefit you're supposed to have or receive, that is why I can keep you up, make you strong and healthy and other things. But when you are being denied your benefit and other things, you know that you're supposed to receive when you are retired and being denied it, I think it's so bad for our country. So I hope and pray that you will be strong in this, unwavering, unbending, and steadfast. Thank you for the show.
Thank you too. We go back to our guest. We have like 9 minutes. Then they can just respond to some of the callers and then wrap it up.
Okay. I listened to the callers. I want to thank them in this polite manner for their support. I'm out of words. With the kind of support we are receiving this morning from the public. As it relates to our lady, one of the ladies that called about the loan and all of those things. Yes, indeed, we have a loan scheme into our operation or works. We are trying to lobby it, how we can raise funds, get in contact with NGOs like the embassy, the American embassy, or the Swedish embassy, the UNHCR, and then EU. We're trying to get in touch with them because many of our retirees, especially the old folks, we need to help them, not only to advocate for increasement and other things, we have to open another avenues. And those are the things we are working on. And this is why I explained that to one of our members, and they were willing to lobby it around and see how best we can be seated. That is to have an office space where some of you will come and say, well, whatever donation you have, we can do that. And to the other brother that we should not be deterred, we should be focused. Let me tell you this morning, my dear brother or my son, when I was advocating for the workers at Ministry of Youth and Sport, I remember the assistant minister called me and said, Mr. Tier, do you want your job or you want to be dismissed? I said, on what ground? He said, you are mobilizing the worker to go against administration so that tomorrow the institution will look ugly in the eyes of the public. So if you need your work, you determine where to go. I said, why? He said, you need to desist from what you're doing. I told the madam, people that work with Ministry of Youth and Sport, they are listening to me this morning, if I'm wrong. I told the madam that I'd rather be dismissed than to fall back and succumb to you. And today, I'm the only first and ever in the Ministry of Youth and Sport history to set that record and become worker union president. So I can tell you, there will never be anything that way, they trap my attention. What do I need? I don't need anything from anybody. And this is why I stand prepared. And I think Mobile Johnson is listening to me this morning also from the Civil Service Association of Liberia. Before I got dismissed, I was serving as vice chairman for planning and research. So I'm not a new person in the business of advocating for people. I have a vast experience. Nothing will determine. I know election time will come. Politicians will come to me, Mr. President or Mr. Chairman. We need your support. I know this thing will come, but that is not our aim and objective. So we cannot be deterred. To you out there, we need your support. Open Avenue, we announce our number to you for your contribution that you like to make. You can take pen now. We want to take time. How we announce the number 0886 53 1280. Let me go back again. 0886 53 1280. Another alternative number is 0777 777 660214. 0777 660214.
Okay, so we can just wrap up. We have less than 5 minutes, less than 4 minutes. So we just wrap up. Just your parting comments.
Okay, we will say Social Security, listen to our cry. We are dying. We are dying. We are helpless. We are old people. Listen to us and restore the amount you took from our pay. Put it back. Put it back, because now you are young. Tomorrow you will turn old. The problem we are facing today, it lie down right before you tomorrow. Know that you have an Asian father, an Asian mother. Think of that. Let us get our just benefit. We are not begging you. We are saying we are entitled to it. Please do that. Because we know you are God-fearing or you are Muslim, whatsoever. Think that we are pensioners who get no hope in life. We will soon be going. Let us get what is entitled to us. Okay, the fellow that said about benefits, if at all you work for, you made your contribution for 100 months, Social Security, you won't reach pension age, or you reach pension age, you will get your benefit. But if at all you don't reach the 100 months payment and you reach your pension age, you get $1 payment from Social Security. And our arms are open to all pensioners. Come to Connellsville tomorrow. Let us know you. Let us have your name in our book. Let us communicate with you. Things will be better. The starting of everything is harder, but this will be better.
Which part of Connellsville?
Snow Hill Supermarket, St. Philip's School.
Okay, we want to say again a big thank to this institution. I, as National Chairman Reverend Kafa Tie, I want to use this occasion. Government, please do not see us as anti to you. Please do not see us as people are pushing us to come against you. No. In our dream is all about seeking the welfare of our people, especially when we are being retired. We want to appeal to you to listen to us, please. There's a need for you to realize that indeed it is useful for us to be open to everyone. If the House of Representatives does not listen to us, then we are asking the president of this nation to listen to us. If NASCAR will want to do their own thing, then we are calling on the president to listen to us. We want to meet with the president. We want to meet with the NASCAR people. We want to meet with the public. And to those of you that are out there, We know some of our old folks, the old lady, those that are sitting in wheelchair, they cannot be able to walk out. They can send their children or their family member to represent them during the meeting. On the program tomorrow, we are asking them to come. We'll put our team together. We'll have the registration team, the secretariats.
Okay.
We'll put them together tomorrow as you enter, or you have your name down and your contact, so that we know how to trace you when we're calling for mass meeting. We use that process to get to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Marka. We have to go. Thank you too.
Yes, sure. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Fatu Kamara. You will listen to me when I talk to you. I'm out.